Alright guys, welcome to the Media Hijack Podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris, Unholy Jesus.
Hey, happy Tuesday everyone, and happy 100.
Happy Tuesday, and damn, 100 episodes, we made it. High five.
Yes, we made it, man.
We made it. Damn, 100 episodes, just like that.
Just like that.
It felt like yesterday when I asked you if you wanted to do the show again.
Yes.
It didn't seem that long.
That was right when the pandemic was starting.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the pandemic.
The beginning of the end for the world. That was it.
I was like, man, you want to do this podcast?
You want to get back on the saddle? The world's about to end. We should talk about it.
It's so wild. And then 100 episodes later.
Here we are, man.
And we
almost to that day. A little bit more after that, but yeah.
Yeah, and then if you guys saw the show from the beginning, we did a lot of improvements.
Yes.
Like as far as how it looks and shit. We went through some stages.
Oh my God, yeah. When you think about it, yes.
It was so nasty. It's like, okay, it's the year 2020, but why your footage look like you did this in 1995?
Oh, like why is this like 1999? What's going on here?
Yeah, I was like, damn, like quality's so nasty, and it was pretty nasty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then now here we are at this point right now, because we went through. What was the OG background? Was it always the Joe Rogan thing at first, or
what was that?
I heard that too. I'm hearing it right now, like static noise.
Was it this?
Okay, no, I'm good now.
Uh-oh.
Stay strong.
Okay, go ahead. What you say? Joe Rogan?
Oh, so do we always start with the Joe Rogan podcast at first?
We're going to take a quick pause, guys.
Yeah, hold on, Michael.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back. That's scary.
Guys.
That's scary.
Yes.
Intrigue in chat says, yay, congratulations to you both. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, these balloons, I went on a scavenger hunt because there's no Party City next to me. So I went to like Michael's art store. I thought they did balloons. They don't do balloons.
No, not Michael's.
And then I went to the Hobby Lobby. They're like, we don't do balloons.
No, this is art.
Like, go to Party City.
There is no Party City near me. That's the whole point. That's why I'm here.
And then I went to Party City, and they got all the balloons, and they're like, Dollar Tree do it too, or Dollar General or whatever.
Yeah, they can get balloons from there. Yeah.
I was like, I wish I would have known that.
Yes, they do balloons there. My mom used to get them all the time when she do like birthday parties.
Oh.
They got like I think it was like Dollar Tree. I think it was. So how Dollar Tree is like everything's $1 literally. So like
almost.
Yes. No, actually no. Everything. Well, I think they changed it now, but Dollar Tree was everything was $1. I used to go there all the time. Used to get my pork chops from there too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they used to sell pork chops.
What?
Yeah, Dollar Tree, yeah. They got like a grocery store section now.
Alright, let's get this show started. Alright, so if you guys want to purchase some t-shirts, head right to themediahijack.com, grab you an official Media Hijack t-shirt.
Hell yeah.
If you guys want to be a part of our Reddit community, I left all the links down there, and you can be part of the community and post whatever you want. Also, if you guys want to catch the replay for this episode number 100 and check out these awesome balloons.
Oh yeah, so beautiful.
Head over to the YouTube. I'll post the video the day after we record. Also, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. iTunes member people, we need your love, man. We need the 5 stars. We need the comments, and yeah,
and everything in between.
Yeah. Spotify too. If you can rate and comment over there, do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So last week I was saying how I was gonna leave the Discord open, but I'm not gonna leave it open because like the topic I'm doing, it needs a lot of attention, so it doesn't need a lot of distractions from the outside world.
Okay, makes sense.
But next week we could probably leave the Discord server open, and then you guys can jump in, and then we can all like talk just like we're at a bar and shit.
This is a special episode, so 101 be regular episode stuff again.
Yeah, this is an episode like I think a lot of people should listen to because it's gonna touch on everything that you think about life, like as far as like where do you go when you die, like what's the deal with religion, like what's really going on, is there a hell and stuff.
Okay,
it's gonna make you think about all that, because if you really think about it, is it really fair? Like you do bad stuff and you go to hell.
Yeah.
Because you stole milk from Chris Waters.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
not fair.
Yeah, no, it's not. Hell no, it's not fair. There's a lot more than just some people just aren't bad to be bad.
Is it fair if you kill 1 million people, and then you go to hell?
I would say yeah. Sure, why not? Straight to hell.
He was just lost. Like his soul was just bad, you know. But that's the lesson he's learning.
All right, well, convince me in this episode that this is what it is.
There's some things where I can't even mention on here. I would get in trouble, but
I can imagine of what you could probably go to in some shit on.
I have to be responsible.
Gotcha.
All right, but before we start, let's do a fun fact real quick.
Oh, okay.
Did you know Mozart was a Freemason?
No, but it makes sense though if he was.
Right. So after he became a Freemason, right, he composed the Magic Flute. And then after he composed that series of music, the same year he died. And then if you go back listen to the Magic Flute, I was like, damn, I want to listen to this while I'm tripping. I want to see the story behind it. Because you can feel every single layer of the track and everything, like why he did this on this part. And man, classical music, like,
it's deep.
People are sleeping on it, like the one that don't really understand it.
I've been listening to it for years and years and years. People used to tell me, you listen to that nerd music or white people music? I'm like, I was like, look, sometimes like, okay, I don't know if some people's brains work differently with music, but I guess some people may need lyrics to tell them what to think and feel. But with classical music, and it's just kind of like, you just close your eyes sometimes, and you just...
Close your eyes, just picture the scene.
It almost seems like it's telling you a story sometimes, but sometimes it could be your story. It's very good.
It tells a story, and if you guys want to see the story, trip out one time and listen to classical. You'll see the story. It's that simple. But then this story, it's so deep.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's the fun fact.
That's good. Okay.
All right. So in today's episode, I'm gonna be talking about a homeless man, which happens to be like somebody's spiritual guide.
Okay.
In disguise, like a spiritual guide in disguise as a homeless man.
So spiritual guide is disguised as a homeless man, or
just to get this guy's attention.
Okay. All right.
So this guy named Garnet Schullhauser, he is a retired corporate lawyer who worked 30 years in law and retired in 2008. And then after 2008, he published 4 books. So this experience that he had with this homeless person changed his whole life. Because you got to think, like a lawyer for 30 years, right? He don't need money. He don't even need to write a book for anything.
He's set.
And if anything, if he writes a book, why would he write about something so crazy about the spirit world and what's really going on the other side? That wouldn't even make sense for a lawyer, right?
No, lawyers are supposed to be more logical thinking folks, I'm assuming. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like
they're straight cut. They need evidence. They need facts.
Proof. We need proof.
They wouldn't work 30 years at a major firm and shit and then out of nowhere write wild books like that. Unless something crazy happened. So here's the story. So from the beginning, right? Back in May 2007, a nice sunny afternoon. No clouds in sight. At this time, right, 2007, he's still a practicing lawyer. So he still has his lawyer job. So he was walking on the street, right? And then out of nowhere, a homeless guy jumps right in front of him. Well, not really jumped right in front of him, but he went right in front of his walking, when he was walking.
Okay, gotcha.
So then he blocked him, right? And then, the lawyer looked at him in the face, and then he looked at his eyes, and he froze kind of. Because his eyes were like, the way he described it was like dazzling blue, like eyes, like
handsome eyes.
He said it almost looked like he was looking at 2 stars.
Sexy homeless man.
So he caught him in his tracks, and then he had that moment where he just paused. He don't even know how long he even paused for, but he looked at him. It's like, what? And then he just froze. And then the homeless man, he then said, like, why are you here? And then he was like, wait, what? And then after the homeless guy said, why are you here? The homeless guy, he left, and then he went to like a nearby store. So the lawyer, he had this weird feeling in his body. He's like, let me go look for this guy. So he went to the same store. He looked for him, couldn't find him. And this store only has like one way in, one way out type of.
No, it's one of them things.
Yeah, and he didn't go out, no back door. So then like the dude, the lawyer, he went out the store, started looking around the whole area. He looked around, because it was like a nearby mall too. He looked everywhere for him. It's like, where the hell is this guy at? Disappeared. So he went home. he was thinking about it because it bothered him, I guess, because the way he felt like when he saw him, like what's so different about this interaction from that interaction from like other homeless people? Because usually when a homeless person, if they get in front of me, I just go around.
Oh yeah.
Usually I don't make eye contact. I just go around.
No, you never make eye contact. Once you make eye contact, you've let them win. They've won.
Once you make eye contact, you have to deal with stuff now.
Yeah.
And then but what's different about this guy? He made eye contact and then he felt like some type of, the way he felt was like safe. You know, he felt like, damn, like something's different about this shit. So he went home, he slept on it, woke up the next day, and he's like, let me go to the same spot again, see if I can find him at the same time. So he goes to the same spot, right? He goes to the bench, or he goes to the area where he thought he would be. He wasn't there. So he walks around and he ends up at a bench, and he saw him sitting on a bench. It's like, oh, there he is. He looks like the typical homeless guy with the dreads and shit, and the beard and everything all raggedy.
He's like a black dude?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
sorry.
sure.
You said dreads. I just had to ask. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I'm not sure what color he was.
It doesn't matter, folks. It really doesn't matter. That was just from my curiosity. I was trying to paint a picture in my head. My bad. Holy shit. So
then,
I'm sorry.
okay, so then he asked like the homeless guy. He was like what was the deal with yesterday? Like why did you come across me like that and stuff? And then he was asking him like, if you want like answer to your questions and stuff, I can answer it for you. I can give you all your eternal questions that you've been questioning about life. Like I can answer for you. Mm-hmm. And then hey, Bob is here. Hola, Bob.
Bobby, what's
Happy
up?
100. Yes, thank you. And where was I? Okay, the homeless guy was like, okay, you have all these life questions. I can answer for you. And the lawyer, right? Let me catch Bob up to speed. So there's like a lawyer. He's been a lawyer for 30 years. And then a homeless guy, like, jumped in his tracks and said, hey, I can answer your questions. Mm. So then the lawyer was like, he got his skeptical lawyer brain went off. It's like, how can you help me when it looks like you've been sleeping on this bench for like a few weeks now and you smell like a dead fish? Like, how can you help me? Homeless guy, he looked at him and he smiled. He's like, looks can be deceiving. He's like, I look at you and I see like a lawyer, with a nice tie. You look like he got everything under control, but he's saying like, that's your facade and stuff. That's like your character that you play. But behind the scenes, he says, but you can either sit down and talk to me, or you can go back to your office, open your emails, and then try to figure out, the questions that you have. You have all these questions about like life and stuff. You won't find it in your emails. Because he was like, you can go back to your job and you won't find no answers, or you can sit down and talk to me about it.
Like, you ain't gonna find answers over there in your law firm.
Yeah. So this homeless guy, his name is Albert.
Okay.
And then the guy, he was at like a pitchfork. He's like, either I leave now and say, hey, this homeless guy is crazy, or I sit down and talk to him. So his intuition, the lawyer, he was like, the intuition was screaming at him saying, you better sit the fuck down and talk to this guy, because this is important. So he sat down and started talking to him. Then he just started telling him everything about life and like, hey, Bob cheered.
Hey, Bob.
She cheered 100. We got to take a shot.
Okay. I'll go first, I guess.
I'll let you pour it while I continue the story.
Oh, my God. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, so the homeless guy, like, he told him, like, like, what is his purpose? The homeless guy told him, like,
oh, my God.
He said, he's his spirit guide. It's like, you're my spirit guide. It's like, yeah, like, I'm your spirit guide. And you have more than one spirit guides, but he was the one spirit guide that actually contacted him because he was telling him about the life path, what souls plan. You forgot to pour me, man.
Oh, I thought it was for me. I thought we was taking turns. So we both gonna die. Okay.
Yeah. We both die.
So syrupy, my bad. I'm trying to be careful. I still spill some. My bad.
This is gonna be a wild episode.
No, it ain't.
But yeah, like the spirit guide, dude. Like he started talking to him and stuff.
Napkin?
Napkin?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry. That was gonna bother me if I let it sit there.
We good?
OCD. Sorry. Continue. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
let's take this shot.
Let's take a shot.
So
Wait,
we do the
let's go.
story. Jaeger?
Yes, delicious.
Bob knows about Jaeger. All right. Spirit guy. Back to the spirit guy guy.
That was good.
Okay, so this spirit guide guy, he visited him like 3 other times, right? But this dude, when he knew he was real, was when he went to sleep, and then Albert visited him in his house while he was sleeping.
So wait, so Albert is in the man's house.
In the man's house.
Ooh. Yeah, was it 2007?
Yeah.
No, he would have got shot in 2022. That would have.
Yeah. So Albert was in his house, but when he was looking at him, he was like, he didn't look like full body, like he was like transparent. He was like, damn, is that Albert? But he looked like a ghost, you know? But he's wearing the same homeless clothes and everything. And then he said, hey, lawyer man, take my hand. Let me show you some shit. So he took his hand and they went on an astral travel. They went everywhere, dude.
What?
They went to other planets. They went to look at the Akashic Records and stuff. They went to a planet where females were dominant, where they controlled everything.
Man, that's like.
And I'll tell you that story like later. It's a crazy story because she showed him all these planets and stuff.
Whole new world, man.
Yeah, and then yeah. So like he was asking, Albert all these questions about life, like why am I here, like what is my life purpose. He answered everything. And the book, because Albert wanted to tell him everything, so he can write a book, so everybody that reads it on Earth, they can learn about like your true purpose. Well, not like your true purpose, but like. Because everybody has a life plan. That's what he said. Because we're the one that came here. Like, it was our choice that we came here. Because we made a plan to come back here. Okay. So we can, like, level up, like, in the spirit world or something. Yeah. So we took Earth class.
To gain that,
Damn, look at Jeremy. Jeremy with the subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
We don't do shots for that one, huh?
No.
But thank you for subscribing.
Just for bits. I was saying so no, they took him off the astral projection world. No, you say Earth is supposed to be like the school for.
Oh yeah.
To get
so
XP for.
Okay, so your soul, right? Like when you're in the spirit world, your soul. Like let's say you're dead already. Your soul in the spirit world. Like let's say you want to level up to like level 57, right? And then you're like, all right, I have to take another Earth class, which is they say Earth class is like one of the most difficult classes because there's too much like emotion involved.
There's a lot of shit going on down here. It's a whole lot. You plan your whole life plan like before you even come back to Earth, and then you have like they call this like soul groups or like spirit groups. Yeah, like it's like let's say like a group of like 15-20 people, and then everybody has to play like a role like in your life for you to complete that life plan. Like let's say you only had a life plan for like 4 years old, right? Yeah. Where you're 4, and then you just want to see how it feel like to have parents just for 4 years, and then the kid get hit by a car. But it's already planned out like that. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So and then the people that's playing like the mom and the dad, they agreed to play that role. Like let's think of it like it's a movie. You're casting the people
to play these parts.
To play roles, right? Like let me give you like one example, like this UFC fighter GSP, right?
Yeah.
He used to get picked on all the time when he was a kid. But then he had this one bully that fucked with him like crazy. He fucked with him like crazy to where he ended up taking like martial arts classes, and then he ends up becoming like the world champion of like UFC. So like let's say for example his life plan when his soul planned it, like that bully was actually like somebody that he asked to play the bully role
to help me get the experience,
to help him go through that interaction of getting bullied and then growing
to where he is now.
Yeah, to where he is now.
Okay.
But then he get that experience and stuff.
Okay,
so like
gotcha,
if you think about like you go through like these hardships when you're wondering like, hey, why is this person doing this or why are they doing that? Like think of it as like they were put there because it was all planned out for you, to go through that type of shit.
Yeah.
Like let's say you had like a dad that went to go buy cigarettes, he never came back.
Oh yeah.
But that that soul wanted to experience abandoned parents.
Yeah, to experience that. Okay.
Right. So he was like, hey, Chris, you want to play the role of the abandoned father? Chris is like, bet, let's do it.
I'm always down to help people.
All I got to do is just buy cigarettes and disappear, and I'll be at strip clubs in Louisiana.
So it's almost like an NPC type shit.
It's like a game you play. You directed your whole life and shit.
Oh my god! I just
But
bought a
like
new shirt.
you were the one that decided to come back here and take the Earth class because I think you get the most XP coming to Earth because Earth is so fucking wild.
Man, I just bought this shirt too. I should have bought it today. It says, "I'm the main character."
Oh shit!
I almost wore that shirt today, man. Damn it!
That would be a good shirt.
Oh, if I knew it was gonna be this deep.
Yeah, it's like, man, this whole life is like, it is really like a movie, man. Because some stuff that happens,
dude, man,
some wild shit did happen when I was looking up all this stuff and I was, doing the audio book and reading about this guy's story.
Yeah,
man. And then I was like, man, where's my spirit guide at? I was like, let me like get the hook up from my spirit guide and shit. But he was saying like, you ever heard that quote? When the student is ready, the teacher will show up.
I think I have something very similar variations of it or something, but
yeah.
But
so like
when you're ready, open your mind.
Yeah, I guess I'm not ready. Teacher hasn't showed up yet,
or maybe it has. You just haven't noticed yet.
Well, I'm really looking at all signs now. Well, I've been looking at signs for a while and shit, because something did happen on yesterday when I came home. I was listening to audiobook, and then it completely changed the track. It went to my iTunes library. Yeah, it's so weird. It went to my iTunes library, and then it went to like the artist U2.
Yeah.
And I forgot this shit was even in my library. I was like, I don't listen to this shit. No, I'm for real.
Yeah, I get it. It's like, what the hell you two doing in my shit?
But the title, man, the title of the song was so crazy. It was like something like it was almost like a title where it says "Contact Me Here."
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Out of all the songs.
Why is this? Somebody's trying to tell you something?
Yeah, I took a little screenshot. Hey, Tenendo, what's good?
Hey, Tenendo, thanks, bro. Thank you. I'm running out of fuel. Oh, man.
Oh, the title was You Can Reach Me Here.
I've never heard of that song.
And then I read the lyrics because I was so curious, and then one of the parts in the lyrics saying like, we're not from here, we're from like the ancient world. I was like, what the fuck?
You two be talking like that?
Yeah.
What?
And this is when I was driving home, listening to an audiobook in my car, and then it switched to a song.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? I thought that was a sign like, hey, we're about to come for you, soldier.
Just because
that was part of the song too, like you're a soldier, you signed on to be here.
I didn't know YouTube was on that shit.
Yeah, it's wild.
Oh, okay, damn.
But yeah, like this guy, like every question he asked, like he asked about everything. He asked about like religion. He was like, what about like religion and all these different religion? And then he was saying like religion, it was all created by holy men here on earth, where they said they were able to speak to God. Okay. And then they started to create the religion. But he's saying God, right? The creator. We'll just say God. But he's saying God has no gender, female or male, nothing. God is all a creation. Like us, we're all a piece of God. Because it's almost like he smashed like his soul. And then every little soul is like a little tiny part of him. Because he wants to experience like human life. Because he don't know how to feel. He don't know how it feels to be hungry or sleepy or mad or depressed. Okay. Don't know nothing. Learns it through us. But he gives us like the free will. Like we have free will here. But you still, as a soul, you still plan your life, but you have free will. And then your spirit guide is the one trying to keep you on your path. Because you're the one that planned your whole life. But it's like, but you don't know like your plan.
Yeah, it's kind of like.
That's like the beauty of this whole lesson is you don't know your plan. But you're put back here. You put yourself back here, and then you're looking at yourself, see how you would act in situations. Okay. Like, let me give like an example. Like, if you're in a store, right? There's no cameras, and there's like $10,000. They'll look at you and be like, okay, let's see if he picks it up or not. Right? And then the person that don't have no idea nobody's watching, he'll pick it up, put it in his pocket. But then, like, let's say you already know, like, there's cameras. Would you still do the same thing?
Yeah, would you take it if you knew there was something watching you? Or?
So if you knew like your life plan, would you do things differently? Or would you do it like it's like saying like, what would you do if nobody's watching?
That's what I was thinking of. That's exactly what I
Yeah.
was thinking of. Like when nobody's watching, are you gonna do the right thing?
Yeah, like what's your action?
Yeah.
So it was like that. Like they can't tell you a life plan. They can't tell you like, oh, you have to do this way. No, it's like your own soul wants to learn, right? Your
How to
own
be
soul
be
has
better.
to grow. Like, I'm gonna put my soul back into this simulation, and let's see if he does it different. 1,000 years later, like, damn, my fucking soul's so fucking greedy. He's so stupid. Like he does the same shit all the time. Let's plan. Like let's throw some different. Let's put something different in his way in the next time they run the simulation. Like the next time you come back to Earth, like let's plan out something different. Give him a different career, give him a different life, give him a different like family.
A different setting, and then let's see how this plays out.
Yeah, and then you hit play, and then you look and see how your soul plays, and you look at your soul, and then you're just shaking your head.
Will it be from like the very beginning of life to the end type thing?
Yeah, they're watching it, and it doesn't matter like if you die like 5 years old or died at the age of 105, because time over there is not like linear. It's not the same like here. There's no time over there.
Time's a man-made thing.
Yeah, so like for them, they just look at time like, okay, this is just you guys. Like we're gonna have you like living to 100 years old. Like we don't care. We want to see how your own soul would react to certain situations.
Okay.
It's like to grow, because Earth is like a school.
Yeah.
To grow your soul.
You drop your soul here
in this one big ass universe, because the dude Albert, the homeless guy, when he took him on the astral travel, he took him to like different planets where they had people just like us, human beings just like us. But it's a planet like they're kind of like a little bit more advanced than us, like they had like, I forgot like what type of technology, but it was a planet like I was telling you where it was dominated by females. But the only reason why it was dominated by females, because at that planet, right, it was almost similar to Earth, where the guys ruled everything, but they did it bad, where they treated the females like really bad, like how they do in some countries here.
Yeah.
So this one female in that planet, she had a dream, and the dream told her there's this plant like in one of the forests where if you give this plant to one of the males, it will lower their testosterone level all the way down to like 0.
So just wipe out all men?
Not wipe them out, but make them like.
But women are dominant for the most part.
Yeah.
Okay.
So over time, right? They found out about this plant. They started feeding it to all the males. All the males started eating it, and then like later, in the future, like many years later, like all the guys, like their sex drive went down. There's no guy like in that planet that plays a dominant role. Like there's no guy that's like running no country, running any big business. Like the guys are like the scrubs.
Like
they're Earth, at the bottom.
Like on Earth is like, hey, the richest man in the world is ... some man. On that world is like the richest woman in the world is ... some woman.
Yeah, so like the females, they controlled everything like on that planet. They destroyed the whole testosterone level. They have like a few males that they keep like on the side to where to where they collect the sperm, put it in the bank, because they got the technology over there to artificially assimilate like women with the sperm and stuff. So there's no sex at all. So the lawyer, let's think of like what's that cartoon, Rick and Morty. How they travel through planets. Think about it like
in
this.
The multiverse and shit.
So Albert the homeless man, he took the lawyer, and they traveled to a planet where the female was dominant. So they went to that planet, and they asked the emperor of the planet, which was a female. They said, hey, do these guys ever miss having sex? And then they said, the guys don't even know what it's like to even have sex, or they're even like, they never had that sex drive, so they don't even know what they're even missing out in the first place. So there's like no aggression or nothing, like no testosterone, no nothing. Like the guys they're on the bottom. And the planet is all peaceful.
They're like, I just help make babies. Yeah. Like, I just help make babies. That's
so that whole planet is all peaceful, and it's all ran by females.
Damn, they're like cows.
The lawyer's like, have they been to Earth before? And then like the homeless guy was like, no, they don't have like technology to travel like through stars. And then he was like, thank God, because he was gonna go back. He was gonna tell everybody, hey. Whatever plant they're trying to feed to like these guys and shit that's making them soft. What I think might be one of the plants that's making people soft?
That one?
Soy milk. Come at me.
Why did you say that? What did soy milk do to you?
It makes soy men. Teneno says,
What the hell?
I would find the owner of the money. I had a lot of bad stuff happen to me. I don't need bad karma. Yeah, karma is like another thing.
Oh, that's just real. I'm not even like super duper religious, but the concept of karma,
Yeah,
I've seen that shit.
like here's the thing, like with
in
karma.
effect.
Yeah, like if you look into karma a little bit more, karma, like the universe. Jeremy knows.
Oh, for real? This is the thing?
Yeah,
Oh, we gotta do an episode on that. We'll do an episode about that later down the road, but I'm curious about that.
but yeah, karma. It runs on like this this universal accounting system because the universe they don't miss a beat, right? Even the same like with money. Money flows like in a certain direction, right? If you're not like, let's say all the money comes your way, right?
Yeah.
And you don't give no money back, guess what? That money stopped at you. You have like a blockage of money. That money's not going to come back to you because you didn't give the wealth away or whatever. Like you didn't give back, like you held it.
Yeah.
Same thing like karmic, like when you do something bad, like I punched you in the nose and shit. I'm like, fuck it. Fuck this shit. Right when I punch you in the nose, I create like karma for myself. And then either later I have to pay for that karma or, it's going to circle back around to me at some time, either this life or another life and shit. But you have to pay back that karma because they call it like karmic debt.
Yeah.
And shit. So.
And everybody gets it.
Yeah, and then they say how the universe does it. It's like an accounting system. This shit is, they mark down everything, like everything's all accurate. Like whatever you're doing here, it's gonna circle back around.
Yeah. Every time. I've seen it, man. A lot in my life.
It's a system. It's like you give money, you're gonna get money.
Yeah.
Give, you get back. That's how it works. Like some people, like they get money, they keep it. And then they wonder why is no more money coming back? Because you didn't keep the flow going.
Keep going, man.
The flow has to continue because it's like nature, kind of.
Yeah, it's just a circle.
Yeah,
Circle
it's
of
a
life.
circle. Yeah, it's a circle.
It's a circle of life.
Yeah, it's like a river. Like throw the money back in the river. And, hey, that river becomes the ocean.
You got it.
Boom! You collect an ocean.
Yes.
Yeah, as well. Rita, what intrigues it?
Excuse me. Intrigue says. Also, there's definitely a thing called good karma. Once you do something wrong, it comes back. The way you respond is important. If you respond negative, you settled that karma and created another. Always be mindful of how you respond. Holy shit. This is a whole system to that, huh?
Yeah, how do you respond to like certain stuff, like when it happens to you, like if something happens, like let's say really negative. Yeah, like how do you respond to something negative?
Yeah.
When I look at that now, when something negative happens, I look at it as like, okay,
it's a test.
It was a test.
Yes. That's the best way to do it.
And I put this test like for myself, like let's see how I react to it. Mm-hmm. Let's see what you would do. Because there's a lot of times where I could have gotten into an altercation like while I was working, because there was a lot of disrespect going on and shit. And when you're working, you don't expect someone to jump over your fucking back, right?
No.
Yeah, because when I'm working, I'm like replacing like a whole computer board and shit, right? And then dudes are jumping over me and shit. And then me, when I saw the first dude jump, I was like, the second guy that jumped, I'm gonna grab his ass.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna fucking smash him, But I was like,
so you jumping over just trying to get a free ride? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was like, dude, it was like 3 of them that jumped. I was gonna grab the second one. I thought about it and shit. I was like, is this shit even worth it?
Man, no, you get
I was gonna
smoked into
leave
something.
work in 30 minutes. I was like, is this worth it?
Man, you get shot or stabbed like people.
Yeah, because I don't know. Because the third guy that jumped over me, he had a bulletproof vest for some reason.
See,
so I was like, okay, thank God I didn't pull that second one because that third one, I don't know.
He looks like 50 Cent.
Those kids might be just rolling hot, man. Like just
50 Cent just jumped over a turnstile.
Yeah, like
Jesus, man, just swipe your fucking breeze card. Jeez, I hate people.
Yeah, I was like, fucking crawl under there. I don't say shit. I like crawl, man.
Well, don't disrespect me.
Yeah, there's like fucking cables everywhere. I'm like fucking trying to put all this shit together before I get to go home and shit.
Trying to get up out of here.
Meanwhile,
it's
people
Friday.
Are jumping over me. I'm like, man, second dude, I'm gonna grab him.
Don't do it, man.
Yeah, it was that second thought in my head. I was like, do you want to do this or like? You might end up losing your job.
Your spirit's like, yo, we've seen the world where you did it and it wasn't good, so just let it go. Like just, he stabbed you in that world.
That was like one moment where I thought I was being tested.
Oh, you felt it?
I felt it. I was like, no, don't do it.
Yo, remember we talked about before where certain moments in our life that we experience that we think we're not going to make it, or something happens, but we feel like that's where it ended, and now we're like the respawn point.
Yeah.
What if it's like moments like that, or like the respawn point, like when you're like, I'm gonna do it, and they're like, oh no, this is
like the deja vu moment.
I think I went through this already, man.
Yeah, deja vu is
like respawn point.
It's like a preview of what already happened, like or like a previous life that happened, but you're at that same spot where it happened, and then you get that weird feeling.
You're like, hey man, what? I think I died on the stage like 50 times.
Many times.
This
Man, dude,
life. Is Elden Ring? It's like,
life is like a damn movie, and you were the director the whole time.
Oh.
Yeah, don't even think like...
That's the real shocker at the end of the story.
Don't even think like, hey, like God did this. Nah, you did this.
They gave you the option.
Like God, the creator, he's way, way above watching everybody do whatever the fuck they want. But nobody's being punished like... like, because God, like, hey, you want to kill 1 million Jews? Like, hey, that's what you did. Like, and I'm just like, I just want to see what the hell you guys do.
I'm giving you all free will.
Yeah, like, I gave you guys free will. I just want to see, like, I was like, then he's looking at Earth, like, God damn. Like,
oh my God. Oh, they're fighting over me? Oh my God. Like, oh, okay.
God is like, ew. Like,
some of the angels like,
Earth is rough. Earth got rough.
This is not what I wanted, but I'm going to see how this unfolds.
Yeah, because people, they think all the time, like, when bad stuff happens, they always look up to God, like, why? Why is this happening?
He's like, hey, look.
Why did you take my kid away?
My hands are clean. Like,
right. But then you got to think,
the way the world.
Like, the way the homeless guy was telling this guy, like, how life is, like, we plan, like, how long we're going to be here. We give ourselves, like a time limit. Like, your life path is already set. And you still have free will, but you still have your spirit guides all around you trying to keep you on your path. Like, you notice how, like, you do stuff where it's just so off, but then, like, all this bad stuff happen, but then you're like, okay, I guess I'm not supposed to do that. It's like, yeah, like, you do something else and then they give you all this bad luck, like, yeah, you're not supposed to do that. So the spirit guy is giving you all that bad luck because you went off your path. So you go back to, like, whatever path you're on and shit, and they're like, all right, he's on the right path, and then this is when he's gonna achieve, like, the most. Because your soul is the one that's trying to advance. But
they need you to pass this
your
test.
soul, yeah, because nobody's actually telling you, right? All you're seeing is like little signs, but you just got to pay attention to these little signs and stuff. Yeah. They can't just tell you straight up, make a right on
some GPS
Fifth Avenue.
Make a GPS on how to get through life.
Yeah.
You got to figure this shit out, man.
Yeah, because your soul is the one that's trying to grow, so...
Yeah.
You go through all these things and then you wonder, like, what is like a situation that's leading you towards another way, and you wonder why is it like this or whatever. But if you feel it, like, always, if you feel it with your gut, go with your gut. If your gut's saying, hey, this might be it, whatever, continue with your gut.
Yeah.
That was like the best way, like, he can say it.
Yeah.
Because if you want to stay on that right path, because I'm always asking, like, keep me on the path, I feel like I'm on the path.
Yeah.
Because they say, like, people, like, there's, like, reasons why people, they come back to Earth, like, to do stuff. Like, either one is to help somebody else out. Like, you're playing a role to help somebody else out. Either you're playing a role to help somebody else out, or you're here for somebody to help you.
So I wonder if you're there to help somebody else out, does that mean you've gone through this before and you made a choice to come back to help people?
Yeah, because like I said, like, you're in, like, that spirit group. Once you find your spirit group, you all help each other out. Like, all right, I'll play the role of your father that left you, or I'll play the role of, the mom that beat you up. Like, you guys all agree on this role that you'll play, like, while you're on Earth.
Oh, so I was saying, like, some evil people may have played.
Yeah, like, one time, because, like, one time you could play, like, the father, and one time you could be the son.
Yeah.
The son of your father. Yeah, it's like that. It's like, yeah, like, back in the 1900s, like, I was your dad. But now, like, you play, like, the role as my dad. There's always everybody, they have their own soul group. Like, you're playing, like, your role, too. Like, I'm playing my role in your life. And now we're talking about it, like, hey, they're getting this.
this.
And then
you're figuring this out.
Like, we agreed on this, like, in the spirit world, me and you, we already talked about it, like, hey, this podcast, something's gonna happen.
At some point,
That's At
some point in life, we gotta converge and
yeah,
come together like
yeah,
butt cheeks. It's like just come together.
yeah. There's gonna be some stuff that happened, but like you guys, like, you know how it's crazy, right? Because it's like a third podcast.
Yeah,
So something brought all this shit back together,
it's true, man.
right? So it's something.
A pandemic.
Either I don't mean,
The pandemic
I'm
and-
not sure what it is, but you know, because we're
man.
doing all this live, so maybe somebody will hear us, you know, out there in the world, and then it would hit them. Like they'll get the message where they have to look up this guy, and
Understand his story.
they'll wake up and be like, holy shit.
I get it now.
Because like Earth right now is going through some turmoil. Like it's so bad to where he said in the spirit world they're sending so many advanced souls here to help people. That's why I like all these people that's spreading like these positive messages to raise, you know, consciousness. You see them all on YouTube now. But then you start thinking like, when did this happen? It's like recently, like just a few years. You see all these YouTube videos on how everybody trying to open everybody's consciousness up, and then trying to wake people up. Like
so many levels.
Yeah, these are the advanced souls that they sent down to help Earth, because Earth, we're struggling. We're supposed to be reaching like a higher like enlightenment or a higher consciousness. It's like a new Earth. They call it new Earth, same Earth, right? But it's just like a step ahead.
Okay.
But we're still here. But
Still
it's like
here.
a step ahead. And then they're trying to get us to the next level of Earth,
We gotta get
the
to this,
consciousness level of people.
so we got to complete this planet's test or whatever.
Yeah, we got to raise like
Is
the
this-
whole planet. I would say like less like 5% people to have like a awakening to where they understand everything. If they really understand it, boom, then everybody get to go.
Aren't we like in the age of Aquarius right now too? The age of enlightenment.
I hear that, but I don't know what it means.
I looked it up one time and then I forgot. I think we're in this time period where people sort of realize that more than just our reality at times. It's like more people starting to become more. I don't think it's like, I'm not gonna say religious, but I feel like there's more and more people starting to become either getting in touch with the spiritual side or sort of maybe feel something bigger than just us in some way.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I don't know if it's like a kumbaya like mental
Yeah.
moment, but we are like
Yeah, a lot of people, because like there's some time let me give you an example. Like sometimes you come into people's lives just for that one moment, but whatever you say to them at that one moment is just your only role to play at that one time. Where you just need to tell them something to where
positive,
where they fucking felt it like fuck, and then they put them on the right path,
and then you move on
and then
with your
that's
life.
like your only role,
Yeah, and they're like, yeah.
right? And then you die or whatever.
Oh yeah, or you go on with your life, and then
Yeah, you boom, you just
you continue on your journey. But so it's like
yeah, that happened to me like recently. Weird story, and then it's like a person I know a long time ago. I don't know, like back then, this person wasn't spiritual at all. Nothing. We're just chilling, whatever. We party and stuff. Like we know nothing, But later, fast forward to now, where like we're both like on like spiritual level and stuff. And then like like I said some stuff to her where she felt it, to where she was like, "Holy shit!" And then when I said it, right, I was like, "Did that just come out of my mouth?" And then I was like, "Damn, I sound like profound as fuck and shit." Like, did I even say that?
Was this for me?
So
or?
I was like, damn, like, did your ancestors like fucking went into my body and just told you that? Because when I told her, she's like, fuck, like I felt that. She's like, had a tear in her eye. I was like, and then I looked back at the text. I was like, did I say that? So I was like, damn. Then I was thinking, I was like, oh shit, like maybe something was in me at that time just to give that message. And then like, boom, we're back on our separate ways and stuff. But I just had to give that one message about them saying, hey, they're watching you, they know you, and
you put them back on track.
Yeah, I was like, hey, like everybody has a spirit guide, and they're all watching you right now. Mine is watching me. There might be 3 or 4 of them back here or whatever. Yours is watching you. There's like 2 of them right there watching you right now.
I wonder what mine would be though. Oh man, you know what mine would be?
It's all like your really close buddies, like that you guys all plan this shit.
You know what mine would be though? Like if I had a spiritual guide, cats.
He's mad at you now.
Because I noticed this thing where like
It's about to pull the trigger.
Cat's always cool with me. Like, hey, I'm like, okay, Cat's like, I don't know, maybe that was like.
No, your spirit guide, your soul, like other soul members.
Oh, I think
not
like
just an animal. Don't think of it like an animal. Think of it as like a soul.
there's a soul, but it's okay, yeah.
But a soul, it still can possess like an animal. But
Yeah,
I wouldn't call.
I be thinking they got souls.
I wouldn't call my spirit guide like a cat.
I be thinking they got souls. You know, I think everything. I think even plants have souls.
Yeah, it's like you know, like cats, animals, and stuff. Like when we start our first like journey as a soul, you know, they don't want to be like, oh, I don't want to be human yet. Like, let me be a caterpillar first. Yeah, it's like that. So they're like,
be a fly.
Let me play a role of a caterpillar. I'm gonna do caterpillar life and shit. You know, because they're like, no, don't put me in the earth class yet. I'm not ready to be a human. It looks hard. It looks rough.
They struggle. They sad.
Yeah. So like,
Let me be a bee.
souls, like they start off like that. It's like souls, right? How I'm saying, like how they advance to like different levels. Like let's say you're born, right, but you're like an old soul, like you're like grade 39, but then like another soul born like grade kindergarten.
Okay, and you're talking about as a soul being first into this world.
Yeah, but then you're born at the same time and shit.
Oh,
Like
okay.
like don't ever look at it like somebody level 39 is way better than you, because you guys all start the same level still. Like when you come back here.
Yeah.
And then there's like people like when they're born, like where they have unfinished business, like let's say like talent, right? Because some people, they're born like way more talented than other people because they carried on that trait to their second, third, fourth, fifth life. They still have that. They understand how stuff works, like when they're being creative or doing their artist. They have a different eye for everything because they've been doing it. So they carry on like that trait. Because they're like, okay, I finished that life happened, like the life was too quick. I want to come back. I'm gonna do it again.
Go through again, but I got the experience from maybe previous stuff. Okay, yeah, I can see. Yeah, because I've always heard. I can't remember recently I did hear something about how you retain the experience of basically retaining the experience from previous like experiences, and you kind of just build off of it. And then some people, because I've noticed like how some people who say even the same age as me, and I'm not saying I'm perfect or anything, but I kind of see it's like, oh man, they really haven't experienced anything in life, but they're the same age as me, but something's off with them. But I'm kind of like, how do you not understanding how to be this way at this age? Like simple stuff like take care of themselves or whatever, or whatever. And I'm like, what the hell are they? They're the same age as me. How do they not know how this stuff works? But then I'm like, okay, maybe. But now you explain it.
Too.
Yeah, now you explain. I'm like, maybe.
Yeah, they could be like 60 years old, but their mind is like so young, you know?
It's like, oh man, so you only been here like, this is your second go around.
Hey, Jeremy, thank you for the bits.
God. 200?
We got to take a shot real quick, and then I have to take a leak after this shot.
Yes.
All right, I'll let Chris pour it up. What do you guys think of this story with the lawyer and the homeless man that happens to be his spiritual guide?
It's a lot going on, but I like it. I dig it.
Yeah, like the homeless guy, he comes to him. He can also speak to him telepathically, like through his head. This is a lawyer too, over 30 years. Like he's been doing his job. Now the lawyer is now crazy, and now he's writing these books.
Honestly, he's brave. I gotta say he's brave, but I think from his angle of how he's doing this. Cheers. Happy 100. Jeremy says in the chat, Jägermeister. Yes. Oh my God, I haven't had Jägermeister since my 20s. I know I sound washed as shit, but
yeah, the taste reminds me of like Vegas.
Oh my God, it
has that Vegas strip taste.
Cough syrup. Tastes like NyQuil. But
it's not bad though.
No, it gets better once you drink more like anything else. Damn, I forgot what I was about to say now. Never mind. I forgot. Oh man. Cheers. Thanks, Jeremy. Oh man.
You want to take a break? You want to think about it?
Yeah, let's take a break. Let me get a second.
We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. 1 minute, guys.
I gotta pee.
All right, let's get to some questions that this lawyer asked the homeless man about, because the homeless man, he knows everything, because the homeless man is from the spirit world, and him and the lawyer, their souls, they made a pact together. Okay. They said, hey, we're gonna run this story, like we're gonna run like this whole scenario with you, and you're gonna become a lawyer and stuff, But then after you're done doing all your lawyer stuff, you're gonna meet me as a homeless man. And he was like, good idea. We're gonna run this shit. And then this is when I'm gonna give you the story, and then we're gonna write the book together. So he played like an important role. Like, it's not like he became like a lawyer, and then 5 years later, the homeless man came and fucked his life up. He already lived his full career, life, everything. 30 years, like his baller status. He has wife, kids, everything.
Yeah, you've done it all at 30 years.
Yeah, he done it all. So it's like, what the hell a homeless man gonna do? Tell him like weird story to where it's gonna change his life? Which he did change his life. Because after he met the homeless guy, right, 2007, 1 year later, that's when he quit doing, that's when he quit practicing being a lawyer.
Okay.
He quit the firm, and then this is when he started writing the book, because the homeless guy, Albert, wanted him to write a book about every experience and every single thing that he tells him. He wants the lawyer to write it in a book so people can hear about everything, so that he can raise the awareness and the consciousness of everybody on this planet.
Like on a spiritual consciousness? Or?
Yeah, and then like I looked up the book. You know, the title is called Dancing on the Stamp.
Yeah.
I was like, how did they come up with that title?
Yeah, how
Ain't nobody will look that up. And then I looked it up, right? And then I looked at the cover. It's like a cover where I wouldn't even touch that book. And then I see Dancing on the Stamp, and then I see a lady dancing on like a grass stamp. I would never buy that book.
I'm trying to look it up right now. Dancing on a Stamp.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this shit looks wonk.
Yeah, it's like bonkers. Something off of like a
Passions? I don't know.
Like a non-fiction section.
Yes.
Yeah, you would never even pick that book up. So no, I think something went wrong with that.
Oh, but you know what I like about this? The puzzle, like the grass itself. You look around the edges, it looks like a piece of a puzzle.
Yeah,
oh, that's dope. Okay, okay.
Well, there might be some deep.
It's the details.
Yeah, it might be some deep
details. I like this. Okay, I'm for this cover now.
All right. So a question that the lawyer asked the homeless guy, he said, "What about Jesus Christ, the founder of the Catholic Church?"
Yeah.
He said, "Jesus was the foundation of the Catholic Church, which developed after his death." He said that, but Jesus, he didn't prescribe to none of the rules and belief that the Catholic Church had.
Okay.
So all the rules and stuff that the Catholic Church made has nothing to do with Jesus.
No bueno.
Yeah, Jesus. It's almost like Jesus was like the guy like they saw that was the real deal, and they played off of him. Like they use him as the backbone for their own.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I truly do.
They use him at the ramp.
I believe that so much in a lot of religions.
Yeah,
they
use Jesus as that ramp for their religion.
The little trampoline to get to the next level. I've always believed that.
But Jesus, he's a master, right? He incarnated like into this world to spread like the message that God wanted to spread, like about like, you know, how the kindness and raising people consciousness and everything. Mm-hmm. Like he was here to give that message to people. Everything else, like whoever took that message and then spinned it into their own religion, they're like the bad guys.
Okay.
So Jesus is actually the Son of God.
Okay, real dude.
Like even like the homeless guy is like
legit.
Yeah, don't sleep on that. Jesus is he is like the real Son of God. He's like, he came here, like he was an advanced soul that came here, and he didn't need to go through any, you know, like you know how our souls we go through like we go through our path. He didn't have to take no classes. He came to Earth just to give a message.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, so he's like top dog of like.
Yeah.
What we talked about before.
He was top dog.
How some people are here to help other people.
Yeah, or have their own life plan.
Okay, gotcha.
He was like the advanced soul that came here. He was just trying to give the message. He wasn't trying to do no storyline for himself. You know, he was just trying to help the people on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even like mad religious, but I do believe Jesus was a real dude. Like
Jesus is real.
Who was out there trying to do some good for people. And
Jesus has the sandals.
And it was like after they took him out, the powers that be did it were like, you know what? He was on to something though. How about we twist it up and try to make it our own thing? Because he had a lot of people backing him up. And so let's try to create our own new shit.
Yeah, they made up a lot of shit. They made up the shit about, like, you know, how you know, the Virgin Mary and stuff. She's not a virgin. The whole shit, like, happened, like, real life. Like, she's not a virgin.
Like how people have babies.
Like, he planted the seed. Like, it happened. And Jesus had more than one kid.
Yeah.
They live like the normal life, like just like us. But Jesus, he was different. He was the advanced soul that came out here to. That's why he was spreading the message back in days and stuff, trying to teach people stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then the holy men that say they can speak to God or whatever, they took all that and then they put it in all their own words and twisted everything, and then they end up putting Jesus on the stake, light his ass up. And that's messed up, right?
That was horrible. It's a horrible.
Yeah. So like Jesus,
he's a victim.
It's a real dude.
He took out a good man.
A real dude, man. Because I did remember we talked about this old story about this a guy who had the technology. It's like a looking glass technology where he can look in the past and see what happened. Like what happened in the past. Like he was actually able. This was like a technology like within the government. It's like Project Looking Glass, where they're able to look at events that happen, like, let's say, like when they were signing the Constitution, right? You can go back and look at a video of them signing the Constitution, and you can hear every single crack, every single, like, seat that was pulled up to sign the Constitution and everything. It was, like, so boring. It's like watching DMV. Yeah. He said he saw all that. Then he saw, like, the crucifixion of Jesus Christ.
I remember. Oh, that's right. That's right.
So
the guy was,
there was, like, a technology that this guy described where they were actually able to look at the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, and they all watched it in a room, right? And when he was watching, this is like back in like the 80s or 70s,
mm-hmm.
He was watching the footage of Jesus Christ, and he was like, damn, like this looks like a really good Hollywood production, you know? But then like he kept watching, and he was like, oh my God, like it looks real. And then the dude that was doing like the class is like, it is real. This is when Jesus, we
got the footage.
Yeah, where the spear of destiny, where he got stabbed and stuff.
Yeah, right in the
ribs. He saw like a whole bunch of like ladies, like they were like, praying to him like on his feet while Jesus was being crucified. And then they even showed him when Jesus was resurrected. This was what they saw on this looking glass. Yeah, it was like a.
I remember we talking about it was almost like a VR type experience.
Yeah, it was like a VR shit. Like he was like but there's like a TV screen, and they're watching Jesus being resurrected.
Yeah.
And then this dude is like he works in CIA, right? This is like a story completely different from this story, but it all ties in like how he said like, because he's not a religious guy. He said this is what he saw like in the 80s. He's like, yeah, Jesus was crucified, and then we actually saw his resurrection. Like they saw his body left. Like, they saw the soul left the body. Like what the fuck? Like is this some fucking? Like how are you guys doing this?
I remember the first time we talked about that story. I imagine it as like they had the people in the class trying to learn about the real history of a lot of things, but what they were watching was like, even though they had a VR headset on, the footage they was watching was like a GoPro of somebody being there. That's how I've always imagined like GoPro like.
Yeah, like here's the thing, like
seeing everything.
You know how in this air, right, the ether or whatever in the air, everything that's being recorded now is the air is recording everything. There's no cameras, no nothing. Your whole environment is being recorded, like as we progress. Like right now, like I'm doing my hands like this, everything's recorded. Cause this guy, right, this lawyer guy with the homeless guy, when they took him on the astral travel. He took him to the Akashic Records. So the Akashic Records, what they're saying, it's like the Akashic Records, they hold knowledge of everything that ever happened in the whole universe. Like you can look up your life, like in a past life, 200 years from now, I can see everything that you did. It's like an archive of everybody's lives. So you can, like, your soul, like if you plan on staying at the Akashic Records to just look at everybody's lives because you're curious, you can stay there forever and look at everybody's lives, because they'll show you everything that they did, every step. They can show you every single past life that they lived, every soul, every body that they did in any planet, not just Earth. You can see anybody's life on any planet, and the Akashic Records hold all the records of everything that ever happened. And he said that place is like a cool ass spot. Because you can see who stole your sandals back in 95.
Let me pull out this file. What? Timmy.
Oh, the fucking Timmy?
Fucking Timmy.
Stole my sandals when I wasn't looking.
Man, we was the homie, man. We used to...
Yeah, you can see everything. Like, you can see, like... What, were they lying to me when I said this? Oh shit,
They were.
Motherfuck. Fuck the fucking pool.
Where's the other volume? I want to see why they did it. They did it.
Yeah.
I want to know why they lied. It's because the reason why people lie.
Yeah, so if you're able to go to Akashic Records and they give you all the information, like you can just pull up any information that you want. Wild, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. What else we got?
What we got? What else?
What's another question that you would ask this guy since he knows everything? Another hot topic, another hot button topic will be like abortion and homosexuality.
So just in reference to that guy of what he thinks of what it is.
Not what he thinks, what he knows.
Oh,
what's the real thing that's going on?
Yeah, his story of the attorney guy. What
from the homeless guy?
From the homeless guy.
That's his spirit guide.
Okay, gotcha.
We're just gonna call him Albert. Well, when we say homeless, I that would discredit him.
Yeah, Albert.
Yeah.
Albert
Albert, the spirit guide.
Yeah.
So
Albert.
what he is telling this guy,
Albert,
like souls don't occupy the baby until it's born. Until the unborn baby, like until it's born, like the shell inside your body that's growing, it's just a shell. Mm-hmm. So it's just a baby shell, but there's no soul there yet.
Okay, so just like it's forming the...
Yeah, because there's like he was giving like situations on like what would happen. Like let's say if you either had an abortion or like you had a miscarriage. Like he was giving like scenarios like what would happen. Because remember how I was saying like how our souls, right, when we're in the spirit world, we're planning like our life path like to come to earth. So we're picking like what family we want to be in, or like remember how I was saying like the Book of the Dead, they got that shit right where they say you get to pick your family and shit. So let's say like somebody had a miscarriage, so they're saying it could be like certain things that happen like in the spirit world where that person that was planning to go into this family, he backed out. He said I don't want to do it no more. So then the person in this world, she would have a miscarriage.
Oh, because they backed out of it?
Yeah. She was explaining like why stuff like that happens. Like with the miscarriage. Or like if somebody has an abortion, like it was already planned out already. Like that person wasn't supposed to have a kid.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the soul doesn't hit the kid until the kid is born. Then boom.
Yeah, to like
the kid gets the soul.
Formed and then
boom. And then the kid is crying like
I was in a car accident. Why am I here? What's going on? Like,
yeah,
I'm now in the baby's body.
Or like fuck, like because the spirit world, everything is so fucking great. Like fuck, you came back here again. Like you want to do this class again. But Earth class is the one you get the most experience. So they're like, all right,
Earth class is hard.
Like fuck
Earth class is hard as shit.
If I can level up like 15 levels on Earth, let's run it.
Hey, it's hard, but it's worth the experience. It might be one of them things like
then
it's challenging.
You watch your soul do some dumb shit.
It's like that's
selling illegal burn CDs and shit of like movies that haven't came out yet. Like what the fuck is my soul doing? Bootleg?
What are you doing on LimeWire? Get off there.
Yo, FBI is about to get your ass, man.
That happened to me before too. I was illegal downloading one time.
Yeah,
just a long time ago. I just had a flashback. It was like 10 years ago. I was like illegal downloading from my house, from my apartment, and the internet provider caught me and they locked my internet.
Napster. Yeah.
They locked my internet.
Oh shit.
They locked my internet for like a week or something.
Damn.
Yeah. It's just real. I don't know. I haven't done this since then.
Saw the blue lights.
Yeah. It was like we're locking your internet because you try to download a game, Age of Empires, and it was still running.
Oh.
It kept downloading on this illegal streaming website you was on. It didn't stop. So.
LimeWire or
some shit,
Pirate Bay or whatever.
Yeah, some type of shit. Yeah. No, it's just real though.
Yeah, so like the other question he asked, he said like, what about like homosexuality? Because he was saying like, because like in the regular church, like homosexuality. How do you say it?
Homosexuality.
Yeah, like it's frowned upon. Like hey, you don't do that. Like God.
Oh yeah,
like,
church is infamous.
Like hey, God don't like that and shit. But you look at the church like, what the fuck you guys know, right? So like Albert is like, nah, like fucking scratch all that shit. Like what those guys say. Like, let me tell you, like God, your creator. The simple way I can put it, he don't give a fuck. It's almost like He created everything. And he gave everybody free will to do whatever the fuck they want, and you will not get punished for nothing. Like everything is on your soul. Your soul is the one. If your soul like comes to this world, right, and then you do like some fucking Adolf Hitler shit, you know, like, oh, guess what? You're negative 40 points now. Now your soul have to do like a lot of work now. You know, it's like that. It's like a school. Like we're just trying to advance our souls and stuff. So, and then people say, oh yeah, that's not fair. You know, these serial killers or whatever, they get away with all this stuff, and then they don't get punished when they die. Like the whole church system where they created like Lucifer, Satan and stuff. Man, they made all that shit up, dude. Like the whole shit where they scare you, like if you do something bad, you're gonna go to hell. The fuck? How fair is that? How much people they commit so much sins, right? Wouldn't everybody be in hell? Right? The sins is so easy to commit. Like the whole hell shit and that same stuff, they made it all up. All that stuff is just scare people, keep them into like, because they have like another agenda, like those religions and stuff. It's like an agenda to keep them like people worshiping their group.
Yeah, for sure.
For some reason, I don't really know the details, but the devil stuff, like if you don't go to church or whatever, you don't attend mass on Sunday and shit, you get punished for that. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
How you get like? It's so easy to get punished. It's so easy to go to hell and shit.
You sneeze and you go to hell. Like,
yeah,
it's
then
very strict.
Yeah, like you kill 5 people, and then if you repent, you're straight. The fuck, get out of here with that shit.
Jeremy in the chat says, fear tactic. Yes, it's
yeah.
I'm Catholic.
Wait, you're Catholic now?
No, I'm talking like as far as
like when you grew up.
No, it's like it's just from growing up and being religious. Not being super religious, but where I subscribe to, what church I used to go to. Like Catholic.
You unsubscribe, right?
No, I'm just question mark. I'm like, yo, don't nobody know this shit. But
yeah, there's no religion that has it right.
But
it's still like I was saying, like if you practice like a religion here, like when you die, you still practice that same religion. It's still like a thing, you know. But all the negative things about it, like if you do this, you'll get punished. That's false, man. That shit's fake. Yeah, because they fucking put the fear in so much people with that bullshit. Like you can't even live your regular life. Like you do stuff and then you think about, like, oh man, if I did that, oh shit, I fucked up. You know, like it messes everybody up, man.
Yeah, because if anybody knows this about me, I can't stand hypocrites. I think that's what it is with me. Some of the people I really don't like in this world, I can't stand a hypocrite. And I always felt like that with, at least with the system of like a church or something like that, where like a pastor or whatever trying to tell you like, this is how you guys need to walk your path, and then you find out they do something wild, and you're like,
yeah,
okay, so y'all clearly either never really believed in this, or this is actually the truth that we should just be able to do what we want, but y'all trying to control us,
right,
to live in this path y'all want us to walk.
Like here's the one like big thing. You know how they say, you know, you shouldn't have sex before marriage, and the only reason you should have sex is just to procreate and stuff. Yeah. You know what Albert said was like, hey, sex was like, why would sex feel good, right? Like they created this stuff for you guys.
Yeah, sex could have been numb.
Yeah, like, to have fun, like. But like, you know, the Catholic Church saying it's like, they're saying you can't use a condom. They say you can't have sex and then pull out. Your pull out game can't be strong and shit. Because they're like, okay, you pull out, you're wrong because you weren't trying to create a baby.
You're just trying to have fun.
Yeah, and you're going to go to hell for that and shit. So they made up all these rules to not have, you know, to not have people have sex and shit. But then, like, look what happened, like, within the Catholic Church. Like, if you go down deep into what happens, right? All those priests and stuff, like, they play by the rules so long. And what Albert is saying, like, you're still human. You're still, you know, you still have urges. You're still, like, a natural creature of the earth. That's how you're designed and shit. So these priests and stuff, right? They shied away from all that shit, from masturbation, from having sex, from everything. Sex is like a no-no. And then look what the fuck happened. They started fucking with kids. Because they can get control over the kids so easy because it's kids. Like, the kids will listen to their elders. They listen to, okay, if you're like head church guy or whatever, they're like, okay. They're like, okay, like whatever you're saying has to be real. So they started messing with kids. And this is where the Catholic Church they fucked up, man. You know, they made up all these fucking ridiculous rules how you can't use like birth control and stuff. Makes no fucking sense. Okay, if you don't want to have a kid, don't use birth control, right? But they're saying because it doesn't harm nobody.
By using birth control?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, you can't use birth control. Like,
I think it's a tactic. They want people to have more kids. Straight up.
Yeah, that's another thing.
They want more souls to make toxic. I think I always had that feeling about.
Yeah, that's the yeah. Because they're saying only do it if you're trying to make a kid. But then when you make a kid, guess what? He has to subscribe to the Catholic Church.
Man,
like a lot of the religion, I would say like, I don't know, 30 or 40% of it is right. Like how they're trying to spread like the awareness of, to do good, like with everything, like 10 commandments, you should not kill, steal or whatever, treat people bad. That's all real. Like you don't, like, cause come on, like your soul, you come here and you do bad. Like how do you advance from doing bad shit?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
You don't, right?
I mean, if you do bad shit, you can advance from it because it's willing. It's like how much you willing to
thank
advance.
you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, baby. Yes, thank you. I don't know, I always feel like maybe it's like how far are you willing to advance to get past the bad shit? Because everybody makes mistakes.
Every single soul makes mistakes. Everybody. That's why, like, if you think about it, all right, you make a mistake, then when you die, you go to hell.
Yeah, everybody makes
Who the fuck made that shit up?
That's the case. We this whole planet, dump us into hell right now.
I'll tell you guys right now.
Straight up.
Even if you kill somebody, but don't kill nobody, you don't go to hell, man. There's no place like that. There's a spirit world. When you die, you go back to your spirit world, and then you review what the fuck you did, and then your spirit group reviews with you. Like they don't judge you or nothing, but they be like, "Hey, you might have did that one different. Like you shouldn't do the gas chamber like that. Like in Germany, like I don't know about that move. That was bad.
Man, Hitler, maybe you should just stuck to painting. Jesus, man.
Like you went from painting to a gas chamber. Like, dude, like you really dropped the temperature on that planet.
Oh my God! You know what I just found out the other day?
What? Genghis Khan came back?
No, it's about Hitler. I just found this out today. Whoever's listening who may know more than me may say,
what do you do?
I knew this about Hitler. I never knew this till recently. Hitler was homeless at one point. He was a homeless man. He's out on the streets, poor as shit. And then he ended up in prison or some kind of like psych ward or something. But then somehow after that, he found his path. Whatever the fuck ever you want to call it. But yeah.
That might be like,
but he's like straight up was like a homeless dude. Well, the reason why I say this, because I don't know how true this is. I just heard about this earlier today. I heard this. Or was it yesterday? Anyways, some politician was talking about homeless people in America and like it being an issue, and trying to tell homeless people like, hey, you know what? You being homeless, it can't last forever. And he was like, Adolf Hitler was homeless, and then look what he accomplished. He will be ever remembered, but yeah, it was bad what he did, but he'll be around forever in people's minds. And then this is a politician saying it's like homeless people
real.
To homeless people, like, hey, you know what? Maybe you could be like Hitler too. And it was very weird. It's very strange.
That's wild.
But I heard about it either yesterday or today of something recently where he was on the street. So yeah. Yeah, look what the hell he did.
You could be homeless and then end up becoming like a leader of a whole country.
Just wiping out all these.
Because that was in your path, like they set that shit up, but then like whoever was in like your spirit group, they happen to be like really good guys and shit. Like, hey, you want to play the role of like the president of this country, or then president of that country?
This is what you gotta.
You want to play the role of like the secretary over here? Like, sure, I'll play all the roles to make you like the ultimate person at that time. Mm-hmm. To where you're going to kill a lot of people and change the whole history because something drastic has to happen. For some reason that we don't know, it has to happen. Because if you think about it, a normal human, right? Like, come on. You wake up one day and be like, I want to put a whole bunch of people in a gas chamber. Or I want to destroy the whole country, like in Cambodia when they had the genocide, where they fucking destroy the whole country. They kill their own people, man. That shit's crazy. Yeah. Millions, dude. and it's like a genocide that's similar to what happened in Germany and shit.
Just genocides be popping off real quick, and people don't know about it till like after the fact.
The last big genocide was in Cambodia.
It was number one. Oh,
in the 70s. They killed like a third of the whole population.
That was the last real big one. They still have some going in Africa throughout the 90s. Actually, the 80s, 70s too, 80s, 90s. But the numbers were never that damn big to like the millions of type wild shit.
Yeah, it's like in the millions. And man, the stuff like they went through it's crazy. It's like, all right, did they have to go through that? So then you have to think about everything, the life souls, life path. Like, hey, you guys in the spirit world, are you guys really doing this shit correctly? Because your soul, right? Your soul is in your body. Your soul doesn't talk to you. It doesn't tell you shit, right? The thing, because because you already planned everything, then boom, your soul goes into your body, right? It doesn't matter, you're black, white, Asian, or whatever. Because like some people, like let's say like they're black, but they find like more like a connection with Japanese people, let's say, for example, for some reason, they have no connection here in Georgia, but like I connect more to like Japanese people or whatever, because maybe their past soul was from Japan and shit, and that's why they feel like it's close connection with like Japan, because that might have been like their past life,
a previous thing that they was a part of, and now in this world they still have that connection, maybe, or whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, I can say it like that. Hey, but you know what? People need to stop cultural appropriation and just throw that shit out the window. Let people just be people. Then.
Hey, what do you mean?
What's it like? Because you just said like, because we talked about before. This might have been like off the podcast, but with cultural appropriation type stuff, it's like people get criticized for acting a certain way. I'm like, maybe that's how they was into. That's what they like. I was thinking about like on that level, like maybe that's what they were connected to prior to this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like you're saying like
on a weird, like crazy level that we're on right now. Like
you're saying like if like a white guy got dreads, right?
Yeah, and it's like, man, why are you trying to culture appropriate? And it's like, he's like, I just like him, but maybe something before. Maybe he came from something before.
Here's my thing. Like you guys can do like whatever you guys want. Don't mess with people.
Yes.
Like let them do whatever. They don't understand what they're doing. Whatever. Let them learn on their own. But you can't like, be the one that stepped in like you're the fucking boss. Like, all right, you can't have dreads because you got blue eyes and you're white. You're like fuck it. Like leave it alone. Like it's not bothering you. It's not bothering nobody. Like let him whatever figure it out.
Hey. Why you two dudes getting married?
Yeah, it's like that. Like the homosexuality. Okay, yeah, we get to the homosexuality stuff. Like God, right? He's saying the creator doesn't. I wouldn't say he doesn't care, but he gave us free will. Like we do what we do. Nobody's getting punished for this. But like the whole thing with like the homosexuality stuff, he said like like you guys, you're doing this, but in nature you guys cannot make a baby. You guys know that. So that doesn't work, but you guys are not getting punished for this. It's almost like, let's say like you're taking a class, right, on Earth, and then you want to like pass the class like so bad that you take the roles of two people. You're like, all right, let me take two classes at one time, and then you're taking like the male and female class, and you're being born as the male, but you want to be a female. So that soul is so confused when that soul is born. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? I don't know what to think. Like, I feel like I'm a female, but like I'm a dude the whole time. So now souls are trying to advance like a lot faster. So they're taking two classes at the same time. So you're seeing like people. Yeah, you're seeing people they're born like, what the fuck? You're born as a male, but then, you want to be a female and shit. So they're taking like a
duolingo.
Yeah, dual credit class and shit.
Yo, I'm doubling up on my classes. Oh god.
Yeah, I'm really trying to pass this Earth class real quick, so I'm coming back as a male and female.
I'm trying to surpass all this.
Yeah.
Y'all holding on to genders. I'm trying to.
Yeah, then they'll be like, like souls. They'll be like, oh, like souls that they're females the whole time. They're like, man, I wonder what it's like to be a male and shit. But then they're born as a female again, and like, fuck this shit. Like you guys gave me a female again. I told you guys like I want to be a male and shit. So the female, like, to do all this stuff just to be a male, because they're like, that's like in my soul. That's what I feel is right.
This ain't me.
Yeah, that's why you're seeing all this crazy stuff that's happening right now, and
Actually, this was
wild, right?
stuff. And you know what? Stuff like that's not even new too. That's been around for a long time. But I feel like now is like with the age of the internet, we being exposed to it more. As far as that topic with the trans community and whatnot, because I was on YouTube the other day, and I was recommended a video from like an episode of The Jeffersons from like the 1970s, George Jefferson and Wheezy, like, and it was an episode about how George Jefferson, main character of the show of The Jeffersons, who lived in his deluxe apartment in the sky, he actually had a friend that he used to be cool with in the Navy, right? And then he met his friend. He was like, I can't wait to meet him, da-da-da. But his friend from the Navy was a female. This is back in the 70s now. This is on TV. Jefferson's one of the biggest shows at the time. But I never realized, like, at that time, I was like, oh, this just has been a thing where, like, but it shows, like, how George met his friend, and friend is like, hey, like, this is who I am now. Like, I'm a woman. Like, I knew you back in the days of the Navy where I was so-and-so. This is my old name. This is my new name now. This is who I am. And George had issues, like, with dealing with it, but I don't know. This has always been around type of thing, but I don't know.
The idea has always been there.
Yeah.
You know.
And so it's old hat shit, but I think it's more with the internet. We see it more in.
Yeah.
I respect it. I respect the movie or whatever.
Yeah. So like the lore, he asked like another question about like what about like all the other religions and stuff? Like how does that fit into everything? He's saying like it's still like the same deal. Like even with other religions, there's like holy men in that religion to where they say they can speak to God, and then they started writing, you know, like scriptures and stuff to, you know, explain like the word of God and stuff. It's overall is for like control over like the people and stuff. So like because like if you think about it, right, like in like the Muslim religion, like they say eating pork is bad. Eat pork, you go to hell. What the fuck kind of shit is that? How many people eat pork in the world? So everybody's gonna go to hell. Hell's gonna be so crowded that your hard drive can't handle all that space.
Yeah, unless you're a Muslim that doesn't eat pork, I guess you good.
See, you see what happens like when people get like control of like a religion, they can make up stuff like that, saying like pork, like okay, these are animals of gods. You cannot eat pork or beef or whatever.
Yeah,
like that's crazy.
Yeah, and a lot of it derives from too of the animal being, at least from my understanding, I'm not a part of this, but from what I've heard, the animal being unpure and this type of way where, well, all it does is eat like trash or eat slop or pigs eat everything and almost anything, and they're disgusting animals, and in reality they really are, but they're kind of like, well, we're not gonna taint our bodies and our soul with this meat that just is just like. It's just like it doesn't eat with a purpose. It just eats to eat type thing. It's like we don't want that in us, and that's they break it down on that level, I guess. So,
yeah.
I mean, if that's how you are, that's how you are. I mean, I've been like, man, yo, give me some bacon on that burger with some cheese. And,
yeah, like don't put it in like religion, and then get people on that boat to where you can't eat like
you can enjoy, you
can
enjoy it. You can even enjoy it.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but I mean that's how people move, and that's how it works. I mean,
yeah, that's crazy. God is like looking on in the back, right? He's like, damn, like fuck, what they putting on my name like that? Like, what? They can't eat that because of me?
I made it for you guys. Like, it was for y'all. That's why they taste so good, because they eat everything.
I just want to see what you guys do when you guys don't want to eat it. Like, oh damn, okay.
I made the ultimate meat. Like, it eats everything. That's why the flavor sticks. Like, why?
Yeah. So like in recent times, like, you know, the Muslims and stuff, like they use religion like as a tool for like getting control over men. Like, you know, like to do like the Twin Tower stuff. You know, like to fly a plane into the building and stuff. You know, like they use their religion as a tool for their own
hell yeah. I was about to say
goals and stuff, whatever they want to accomplish.
I was about to say even like slavery. Like even that shit was religiously driven on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
On so many levels.
Like,
but some of the worst atrocities have been driven by religion.
Yeah, like throughout the history, like in general, even way back then, they've been using religion as a tool.
Oh, straight up.
To control man, and then to get them to do fucking wild ass shit.
Still to this day.
And they believe that shit so blindly. Like, you know why a lot of reasons why like a lot of like the people that believe it so blindly, they don't question that shit because they're not gonna go and look up information like like study and learn on their like on their own. They're just gonna believe whatever their masters say and whatever religion that they're doing.
Yeah, and that's true. And I feel like religion is always like is like this. 90% like religion is like 90% belief and like 10% evidence. It's more like
it's a lot. It's on faith.
It's all on faith. It's evidence. Like you got little things here, like hey, Jesus was a legit real man, but this, that, and the third. But as far as that, it's everything else we're gonna tell you. It's when you're a person, like, and I'm not saying I'm like this expert on everything, anything, but when you're a person that kind of like maybe leans in logic sometimes, maybe.
That's what like this homeless guy was saying. What Albert was saying.
Yeah, Albert. Yes.
Albert was like, okay, look, like these guys are doing like these suicide bombings, strapping themselves up with bombs. Like, do they ever question like whatever, like the person that told them to strap themselves in the bomb? Like, do they ever question like, hey, why are they doing this? Is it for like their own benefit, or is it really the word of God? Because if you think about it, word of God, like, okay, they want you to fucking kill yourself, like. To get people to believe in like a religion like that.
I don't know if
how could you sacrifice like your body for like a belief in a God?
I don't think it's so much as like you're trying to get people to believe it. It's more of a contribution to how far you'll go to prove your devote, like
your
loyalty to it. Yeah. It's not so much like you're not trying to get followers. You're just trying to prove like. I won't be extremely.
I said that wrong. Like, not to get like people to believe it, but it's like saying like people how far they would go.
You're like, I'm in this, boop.
Like for gang club, whatever club they're doing. It's like, oh shit, like that club, like he did that fucking bombing at that fucking whatever.
Oh, shit, like he was
the temple down on 4th Street, Yeah,
but there's so many other factors to it too. But I think a lot of times it's just. Some people are just with that shit. Some people ain't.
Yeah, like this whole life that we're living right now, we're living in a movie. Jim Carrey said it best and shit. I was saying all this shit. Our reality is not what you guys really think it is. That's why, like, we should not take this shit serious because we're the one directing our own life right now. Spirit guys watching me right now saying this shit like, okay, he's getting it. Your spirit guys watching you. Looking at your reaction right now, wondering like what you're thinking about, like if you are really being directed by your own souls and another,
or am I being controlled?
Another plane, like okay, they put that soul into you, and then let's see how he reacts to this.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we just all just in this world that we live in. I feel like we're just given we do have options and whatnot, but it's very delicate waters you need to guide yourself in.
Like for sure we got free will. They can't come in and be like, no, you can't do this. They can't come in and say, no, you can't do this. All they can do is try to guide you onto the path that you are planned for your life. Like here's one thing that happened to me. It's so weird, but it happened a long time ago, right? I was just driving my car on the highway, right? And I was thinking in my head, I was like, man, imagine if I get pulled over and then I get arrested for this shit. Not even like a month later. This is when I got like a sports car. Then I drove so fast, I got pulled over at 3 a.m. I thought I was going to go to jail. They didn't take me to jail and shit. They're like, here's your ticket. But then the ticket was fucking crazy.
How much was it?
I got the ticket for like $1,300, right?
Oh.
And I called them like, what the hell? And they told me I had to come to court. So I had to go to court. And then they told me court like, yeah, you can't leave. You actually have to serve time. I was like,
super speeder.
Yeah. And they told me, they said, hey, yeah, you can't leave. You have to serve like 48 hours and stuff. And then on top of that, I had to take a defensive driving class. This is just me speeding.
They take that super speeder shit. That shit's serious.
So like I had to pay like $1,300, right?
Yeah.
Like for the fine. Then I had to take a defensive driving class, which was like fucking 30 hours and shit.
Oh, did they charge you for that?
No. Well, I had to pay to do the class and stuff, but then I had to prove that I went to the class. So I did the defensive driving class. I had to go there like every week, do the stupid ass class. Oh, a ranger in the lights or whatever. But yeah, we had to do the class and shit, 30 hours. And then I had to do community service, 56 hours.
You did more than me. I got a DUI and you got more than I did.
Yeah, I did.
Holy shit. I got a DUI. My community service
I did community service, 56 hours. And then I had to fucking...
What the hell?
Pick up trash. And then I had to clean up like the courthouse and stuff. Like I was at the courthouse 8 hours a day, cleaning up the whole courthouse, right? To get my hours down because I had to do community service. And the next day I have to do like, I have to pick up trash in Riverdale and shit.
Oh,
it's fucking horrible, dude.
Oh my god, man.
That's why, like, when all that shit happened, I was like, okay, don't drive fast.
I get it.
Yeah, don't drive fast. Like you go through like a lot of shit, and it's not fun, man.
Man, no,
it is not fun.
No, when I got my DUI, I had to pay for court fees.
Jeremy says he has like 140-hour community service.
Oh my god, for graffiti.
For graffiti.
Oh my god, yeah, no. I didn't even got for my DUI. I think mine was 46 hours. It was less than yours. It was like maybe 40 something.
Yeah.
And then, well, 'cause it's not like you can. Like, for me, how they kept track of my shit was that I couldn't do it like consecutively. I had to do it on specific days, and I can only do like 4 hours. So it drags that shit out way longer than what it needs to be. But my community service was at a wildlife reservation.
Man.
And I was walking around, and I met so many like cool hippies there. They're like, "Yo, what's up?" Because like
cleaning animals stuff.
Yeah, no, it was like well, I killed a bunch of like prairie dogs.
Damn.
Well, like because prairie dogs like they fuck up the environment really, really badly.
So you had to kill them?
Well, I ain't like break their neck or nothing, but it was like we had to take like these little gas pellets and because we had to go out to these fields where it was like it used to be like beautiful grass everywhere, and now it's like almost dirt because all they do is dig holes, and it's starting to affect the environment. So it's like, hey, just take these gas pellets and drop them in a hole, and in a couple hours they'll sprout some gas, and it's gonna kill all of them.
Damn.
So we just like, okay, just drive walking around. But I was there with like a bunch of people who like to drive RVs around the country, and a lot of people. I don't know if it was specifically this wildlife national park that I was at for my community service, but they were like, hey, if you actually can stay here free in your RV at this park only if you help out clean grounds on these days. And so the days I had to be there for my community service when I was helping cleaning up, that's when I was meeting like older people who was like, yo, we're retired, and all these old people smoke weed. And it was so cool. And it was just so chill and everything. It was like, and I was like always guilt tripping over the whole having a DUI thing. And it was like, look, you're still young. At the time I was like, actually, it's almost 2 years ago to this day. Probably next week is like, no, not 2 years. 10 years ago to this day. I think next week will be 10 years that I got my DUI. But I remember going out there and then walking with them, and I was beating myself over, getting a DUI. And it's like, like, you're still young. Like, you can make things right. Like, it's not the end of the world.
Damn.
Just keep going forward. I was like, okay, thanks. But every day, I looked forward to community service because it was like so chill, man.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
Dude, life is like a movie like that,
But
man.
it's kind of like, what would I be if I didn't get that talk or something? I didn't know these people from a hole in the wall. You know what I'm saying?
They might just be there just like that.
That little moment.
That one little perfect moment. Because, dude, it only takes that one little moment to change somebody's life. Like, if they're trying to do something drastic, right? Dude, it could just be like one little moment where Chris Jones, he smiled at you at the subway like, fuck, I don't want to die no more. That smile is pretty lit. Like that.
That's why, like, a lot of times I made this
goal. That's a real ass smile.
I made this goal a while ago.
A gorilla, what?
A goal a while.
Oh, a goal.
A goal a while ago. I made this goal to myself some time ago that every time I go out, if I see something that I like, somebody wearing like some shoes or shirt, I'm like, hey, yo, I like your shirt. I like your shoes. If I'm like, I mean, I ain't gonna say if I see some bad chick at Walmart, I'm not gonna say like, I like your skirt. Like, no. But just like obvious things like, yo, I like it. I felt like on some kind of way I need to put some energy back out there, and it's little shit like that I've noticed. When I'm like,
that's how it works.
It makes your day, man. Cause I got a compliment on like some Vans I had one time. They were like burgundy and white Vans, and I was just at Walmart and somebody was like, "Yo, like, where'd you get those from? Like, those are dope." I was like, "Yo, it made my day."
It makes us round, man.
Yes, man. We when it's all said and done, and this is how I think a lot of times. I'm not saying this is the best way how everybody needs to move, and I get everybody has their own life to live, but I feel like at some point people do need to take time out of their day to. We gotta look out for each other because we like, despite what's out there, we are right now on this little blue planet. All these wars, we are literally all we got. So just try to look out for each other on some way. Even if it's giving a compliment, you know?
Look out for each other, man. If you see somebody struggling or whatever, if you can help
if you can do
them,
it, yes.
You know? Like, because we're all in it together. Everybody's like,
this is all we got, man. All this shit is all we got. And I don't think a lot of people realize or think really that deep into like, if this shit would have blown up right now, then what? We done. Or if this plan's like, if someone was like, hey, in the next 100 days, Earth is about to be destroyed. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, this is all we had. This is the only home we got.
Yeah.
Let's try to take care of each other.
But when we do die, we do go to.
There's something else.
We go back to that spirit world.
But I think the test is we have to learn how to look out for each other first and foremost, or understand each other.
Our real test is like we don't know nothing. That's the real test.
Yeah,
it's like how we act like on our own conscious. You know. Like our soul is like praying and hoping that we do the right thing. You know, our soul is looking at us like, I hope he does the right thing this time. And then they're looking at us like, and then he does like something wrong, like fucking shit.
Like, oh, what fucking are you doing, shit, motherfucker?
You know, breaks a fucking glass and you're like, oh shit, that's a ghost. You know, and then you're wondering like, what the fuck just happened? Some paranormal activity just happened. You know. But your spirit guy's like, fuck, man, this guy just fucked it up again.
Son of a bitch.
Fuck. You're 37.
He did it again, motherfucker. Yeah. He's going to get this right, I promise.
Yeah. Try to listen to your spirit guys, because there's just one time, right? It's like a weird-ass day where I woke up. I was supposed to be at work at like 6 o'clock, right? I woke up at 5:30, and I was like, let me just take another 5-minute break. I was snooze, right? Woke up at 7 o'clock. I was supposed to be at work at 6. I was like, oh, fuck, I missed an hour. Call my job, like, yeah, I'm going to be late. You know? It was raining. It was pouring crazy. I drove out the neighborhood. I was like, fuck, like, do I want to work today? It's raining so fucking hard. Yeah. But the weird thing that you know, that made me feel so weird about the whole day, everything was quiet. Like, I could see the raindrops, but everything was so silent. It's almost like I was driving through, like, a fucking silent street.
Oh, it's like a dream or something. Man.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I woke up late already. I shouldn't even be at work. I should be like, okay, I just called out. I just not go to work because you already missed an hour, right? So then I got up, you know, got dressed and whatever, left the neighborhood, and then I was like, man, I don't even want to fucking go to work. Hit the first stop sign in the neighborhood. I was like, I don't want to go to work, man. Should I just turn around? I was like, fuck it, just go to work. You know, I had all these voices saying, hey, you should go back. You know, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna work. I turned the next road and shit, and then the next street ahead where I have turned right will be like a train track, right?
Yeah, God, that place, yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go to work. So I turn onto like the road where it goes across the train track. Mm-hmm. There's a fucking train on the track, dead, right? No lights, no nothing.
That's happened to me before. Leaving here, this happened to me playing. I thought it was at least 3 times I've left here, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, move this motherfucker, please.
Where the train was dead on the tracks, and I was like, yes. Oh, here's what I said when I saw that. I was like, say no more.
What'd you do?
I fucking turned back, went back to the house, and told him, yeah, I can't make it today.
There you go.
And I was like, maybe I would have died that day. Like, if I went to work and shit and something.
Some people, and I would have been almost a weird same way. I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to take the long way around. But that would have put my more life at risk. It's raining and all this other stuff. Like,
yeah, you just know. Like, just try to listen to, like these little simple. Because they're all trying to throw stuff in your way. Like, they can't tell your life path because you're the one that fucking planned that shit. but they can try to guide you.
They be like, "Don't do it."
Yeah, they're like,
"Don't get in the car."
don't touch that kid.
Oh my god, what the hell?
Yeah, you know, like
Don't do it. Jesus Christ.
it's like that. Like the your spirit guy's like, dude, can I not be more obvious? Don't touch that kid.
Yeah. Don't do it.
It's wild, right? It's crazy.
Oh. The hell. Oh my god.
Like, what questions like would you ask like your spirit guide if your spirit guide knew all the answers?
Why?
What would you ask him?
Why?
Like, why what?
Why is this? Why are you doing this? And why everything? Like, why? What is the whole point of this?
It wouldn't even be like why you're doing this or why whatever. It's more of like a, like I was saying, like your soul is the one that actually wants to advance.
Yeah.
Because still, like there is a creator, right? Somebody did create all this stuff, and it's almost like our soul is trying to level up, but they're doing it. They're using Earth as a class to level up. There's a lot of other classes too, like a lot of other, like in the universe, there's a whole bunch of other planets that has like species just like us, humans just like us. Like there's another planet, right? What he was describing when he went on an astral trip, where like he got to a planet that's so advanced and stuff, where like the females and males, everything like is all equal. Like the males and females are not no higher than nobody.
So everybody's on the same page.
They're all on the same page. They had like this advanced technology to where they know like the human body, like their diet's all fucked up because they don't know what the fuck to eat and shit. There's like a pill that they created on that planet to where you take that pill, you can eat whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't affect your cholesterol system or nothing. Like it doesn't affect your body, whatever, how it functions. Like they created like a pill where it's like that powerful to where it doesn't affect nothing. So the dude, he was asking
like a
them,
magic pill.
Yeah, like a magic diet pill.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like planets that they can travel between stars and stuff, and then other planets that can't travel between stars, but their technology is super advanced.
That happens. Hey, some people just got ahead of the curve than others.
Yeah, but there is other planets out there that carries life just like us, and they wander just like us.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're not in a boat that's so far away.
Yeah, which is in a big ass neighborhood, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it.
Yeah, because when everybody dies, they go to the same place. They go back to the spirit world. That spirit world you would discuss with your family, like in that spirit world, like, hey, your family's watching your life and shit, like, hey, I don't think you should have did that genocide back in Cambodia.
Oh no, was that
was a bad move, Pol Pot.
Fucking psycho.
That was bad, Ted Bundy. You shouldn't have done that.
Why did you have sex with those women?
But they won't judge you, but they say like, okay, like when you go to the next life, like don't do that. So like the next life, right? He went from hardcore mode to like super good church guy. Nobody takes him serious. He becomes like a super simp and shit. Nobody loves him and stuff because he's so nice and stuff. Like, oh, it's just so nice that you can't even take him.
Or he's just evil again.
Yeah, and then
it's becomes, like, he doesn't learn anything.
It evolves into like a type of like a psychopath, like a newborn Ted Bundy.
Yeah, it's like rules don't apply to me.
A stab. A stab.
Shut up.
But yeah, like Satan is not real. Satan is made up by all the religions to keep people like in their tracks and shit.
It's gotta be a boogeyman. There's gotta be consequences. Like, in order to control people's free will, you gotta make consequences for wanting people to experience free will.
Yeah, you gotta keep people,
a boogeyman, if you will.
Gotta keep people scared, man, to get them to subscribe into your religion. Yeah. Here's like another part to the whole religion shit where they get people to subscribe to them, to where I don't understand the whole issue, like why they're doing all this stuff to get people to subscribe to their religion, to where, you know, even like in this world or in like the spirit world, it doesn't really make sense. Like, why do they want so bad to have all these people to praise like their religion? Like, what's the backstory behind all that? Like, why they want people to be like Catholics hardcore and shit. But if you're a Catholic hardcore, right, you can't do weird stuff like have kids out of wedlock or whatever.
I mean, they still can, but I mean, but if
Of
you do,
course
you're
they
gonna.
can.
If you do, you're going to hell type. You know,
Yeah, like why? Like,
I don't know.
you think it's to keep their God alive? Their God alive with the quotations?
I think it may have started like not even so much a God. I think it's just like it just shows human hypocrisy. Where because I feel like what's some people get enough power and they get in these positions, they feel like that they're the ones who are able. They're the ones who are supposed to be able to enjoy like life's blisses or the things that exist out there. Where I don't know. I was at this thing where people when they get on top, especially like on a religious level, they feel like, well, I did this and this and this, so like these people they don't deserve like doing this because I'm helping bringing these people in, so this is my reward. It's like I feel like it's a weird, twisted perversion, sometimes of where like they don't deserve it. It's for me because I brought them here. Like they still have a lot to learn. They don't know any better. Like I deserve this shit that probably would send them to hell. I guess, you know, I don't know. I never understood the concept of why would you be in this position to be a hypocrite and then it's okay for you to benefit from all the vices and the sins of the world,
Right.
but no one else can't, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
But then we get punished when we
like this happens to you.
go off the track just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Like you go off the track, right? You had fun with what's his name, Macaulay Culkin. You went on the track and shit. But still, you think about it, like, damn, like, what is the ultimate punishment for all that, right? Can, like, okay, somebody that kills 1 million people and somebody that kills one person, how do you dictate, like, that type of punishment? Like, what can you even say, like, okay, one person get punished this way, and then this person that killed one person get punished this way? What's the scale? There's no scale, right?
No, not any real proof of a scale of any kind of like.
No, not like a proof, but like how would you even be punished like on a scale of all the bad deeds that you did while you're alive? Comparing it to like everybody else.
I'd imagine being stuck here forever. That's the only I can imagine.
Like a ghost.
You just not even a ghost. Like you're going through this life over and over again, and then what if it's a plot twist? The people who have the most experience are the people who just can't seem to move past it because they may keep doing some fucked up shit, and you gain experience more and more when you do the same shit repetition. Yeah. And maybe they get it on some level, but maybe sometimes too of. Maybe you're not getting something in this world, but that's why you got so much experience.
Yeah, I think we're not getting anything because we're still here talking about it. But I think
we're stuck in this.
Yeah,
we're
but
part of it.
I think we're on like the brinks or the precipice of like the edge of where we're gonna actually figure out.
Oh yeah,
like what it takes to not actually come back here, because I think my soul this time hates coming back.
So I'm sick of this shit.
Because I'm looking at my soul like, why is my soul doing the same thing again? You know, it's like my spirit guide is like, what the fuck? You're doing the same shit again? We gotta do this again 1,000 years later?
Spirit guide's like, oh God, I came back.
Yeah.
I came back. I left for 30 years and I came back and you're doing this shit. What happened?
Right. So
I gotta go check on somebody else.
Yeah, I think like this time is like the time where I'm supposed to figure it all out, because that's all I think about now.
Yeah, you got this shit figured out. On some level.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I got it figured out, but I know I'm supposed to figure something out.
It's like we ain't just here just to be here.
I gotta take a leak.
Oh, okay.
We'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 100.
100.
Episode 100, man. Over 200 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, can you imagine talking to your mom for 200 hours?
No, I can't remember talking. I don't know if I've ever talked to anybody for over 200 hours.
That's crazy, right?
Ever in my life.
This is wild. Oh, shit.
Oh, I was waiting for this to drop.
Oh, we gotta do another Jaeger shot. We got another 200 bits in the chat. I'll let Chris poured that up
Oh
for
my god.
spirit guides.
This got to be my last one. See, I told you, I knew it. This got to be my
Yeah,
last
pour
one.
like two shots.
I have to drive after this. I have to drive 30 miles.
Two shots each. Jeremy don't care, man, because you know if you're supposed to die, right? Your spirit guide already planned that shit out.
Man, I'm not going to trust that tonight. I just don't want to.
Your soul already planned out like when you're supposed to die.
I'm not going to go that far.
Like, let's say like you already completed your whole life path, and now your soul is like, all right, we'll see how he's gonna die. We're gonna do it hardcore, or we're gonna do it like silently and shit.
Shit, dude.
Imagine that, you know?
It's just like syrup.
Damn, I gotta get new carpet now.
It's leaking everywhere.
Spirit guys. All right, we'll take this quick shot, then we'll jump into the spirit guide real quick.
Let's try to finish this off. I'm not trying to die here tonight. Ooh.
Oh, on this one.
Oh, good lord. Jeremy says, spirit guide watching us drink. Hell yeah. Oh, spirit guide, take the wheel. Take the wheel, spirit guide.
They're like shaking their head and shit. Like, damn, these motherfuckers. Because
Chris, you gotta drive home.
Like,
stop.
You know, like what happens, like when you drink or you take like drugs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It clutters your mind. Like your mind is not clear no more. So you're getting like a lot of false information and stuff. Like, you know, because you know how when people drink, they fucking go on like an emotional type of binge and they start doing like weird shit and stuff. You know, that's like the weird spiritual side.
Or something that's
like what do they call like spirit? You know, like they call alcohol like spirit, right?
Yeah, spirits or spirits. Yeah.
Because it brings out like a type of spirit.
Is that what it really means?
I don't know.
Let's go with it. Let's run with it. 'Cause I've always wondered for years with spirits, man. Like, it relaxes the spirit. Oh no.
Yeah, but like you know, everybody we got spirit guides, and then when you come like, you know, like a fork in the road, you don't know which way to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your spirit guide, they try to guide you on which way you should go. You know, as far as like your life plan that your soul already planned. Like if you should take this corporate job working at, you know, as a lawyer or whatever, Peachtree City, or you should not take that job, but then you should do something else to where it gives you free time to learn about your spiritual side. You know?
What kind of? I don't know if you explained this earlier, but what kind of lawyer was he? Was he like a prosecutor, like throwing motherfuckers in jail?
He was like a real lawyer. He's a real lawyer. Like
was he like throwing people in jail, or was he defendant? I was trying to remember. I was trying to think because I was trying to think is like when I think of like attorneys and whatnot, I always think like the ones that probably I don't know. I was thinking like this: if I was an attorney, I would want to be like a defendant. Like I would rather defend a guilty man than put an innocent man in jail. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. I don't know. That's how my brain thinks.
Right. I mean, like as a lawyer, do you get to pick if you're defending like somebody that's innocent or guilty?
Well, I'm sure you like as far as like choosing what you want to be, like a defendant or you want to be a prosecutor. Okay. Yeah, but
so then I would think like he played both roles.
Oh yeah.
Like he did so many cases to where
I think what you want
eventually he had to defend somebody that was guilty at a certain point. Like maybe every lawyer had to go through that. Like where you as a lawyer like, oh, this guy is guilty. Well, but then you're just like, all right, let's get all the evidence. But in your own soul, like, damn, this motherfucker, he did it. Yeah. But you're trying to figure out like.
I think it might be this. Well, I think like if you're gonna be like an attorney that's gonna be a defender or defendant, that's your job. Like you can't really jump up to the other side. So I could kind of see from like his perspective where maybe if he's a person that like, hey man, you kind of like do like an innocent person in prison. Maybe this is like your, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's what I was trying to figure out. Like if he was like defending somebody, or was he like putting somebody in prison, or?
I'm sure he played both roles. Yeah, because he did it for like 30 years. Like, what, you just be a lawyer and play one side the whole time?
Wasn't like as a lawyer, I don't think you can go pick both sides. I think it's kind of like
okay, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering for like if was he strictly like putting people in prison, or was he helping put people in prison, or because I was just wondering.
I don't know.
Because I was thinking, because my brain was thinking of okay, we'll live down this path. Maybe he's like his choices like that he was doing in his job. Because being an attorney, you have to make some choices where you have to put people in prison forever, or you have to keep them out of prison forever, and it could be like guilty, or you know what I'm saying. I can see where the job where I understand the concept of the job being where maybe regardless of what he picked, whether he's like a defense attorney or a prosecutor, which is trying to put somebody in prison. I could kind of see where in his life of choosing people's own freedom, where he was presented with his own options of a big, like, you know, like.
Yeah, I'm not sure what side he played in like with the lawyer stuff, with the whole court system. But even him, like he knew, like, you know, after 30 years, like, you come across something that's weird, even if you like you're one of like his colleagues or whatever, you worked with him and stuff. You would never imagine him to write a book so crazy about spirit guides, how they come to you as a homeless and tell you everything about like how life is and stuff. You would never think like a lawyer for 30 years, out of nowhere, he retires and then he writes a wild book like this.
Yeah.
That's just like,
so
even
bonkers.
Him as a lawyer is like, I would never even imagine writing a book. But you know, my spirit guide convinced me so much, like I had to write this book, that I actually have to write this book. And whatever he says for me to write, I'll just write it. Because he know like the truth now. Because he know like this homeless guy is just not a homeless guy. Like this is like a guy that actually knows real shit. And then on top of that, he speaks to him like in his head. Like he's in his head now. Spirit guide. In his head. And he told him like, you know, like we planned, like he told the lawyer, he's like, we planned this shit when we were in the spirit world together. We made it like you're the one, your idea was the one to make you become a lawyer. That was your idea.
This is your idea. That's what I said. This is your idea, man. This is what you wanted. You wanted this challenge. And
yeah, like we planned this, like you like, this is like the life that you planned, because all the other lives that you planned, like in the 1900s, you fucked up all that shit. Like we're planning this one where you become the lawyer, and then I come to you as a homeless guy. With the dazzling blue eyes, and my eyes look like stars and shit, like to where I'll catch your attention that bad to where you actually want to come find me
without realizing you're looking for me. Like I'm gonna just be there when you need me.
Yeah, it's like that. Like, let me give you an example that happened. Maybe this would have been like my chance to hit my spirit guide. This happened 2 years ago. I still remember it because it was so. He was saying some stuff where I remember it later. Like I was at like a train station, like out like all the way like on the North Line and stuff. This homeless guy, he approached me, right? He was like, "Hey man, you know, like all these people, they're giving me all this stuff because I'm so nice to everybody." And then he was like, "You know what? You should look up the number 7 because that number, you know, that's important to you. You should look up this number, the number 7." I was like, here's me being like the guy at work. I was like, oh, man, I'm working right now. I don't have time to look up, you know, the number 7. Had no idea what the hell the number 7 means to me. You know, I never even thought about it. Really? But he was like, he looked at me. He was wearing like a starter jacket that somebody gave to him. A homeless guy. Jacket? Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's like, look at all the stuff like I'm wearing. Like everybody's giving. He's like, everybody's giving me this stuff because, you know, I'm nice and I you know, I'm a positive person. And he told me strictly, he said, look up on your phone about the number 7. I was like, I'm working. I'm not going to look up this number. You know, I never looked it up, you know, until later, like a year later when I learned about life path number, right? So I learned about life path numbers, and you know how life path numbers, you put your birthday and the date that you were born and everything, you add it all up, like in the calculator, and it gives you a life path number. Well, I added my life path number. I added it all up, and it's the number 7. And then I thought about it. I was like, holy shit, that homeless guy told me this shit like a year ago. Look up number 7. Look up number 7. Not even realizing that my life path number was like a number 7. And then I looked up number 7 life path and how it told me like my life path and shit. Dude, that shit was so fucking freaky. Like how accurate it was.
Just came down to that.
It wasn't even like a horoscope, like a Leo horoscope, whatever.
Yeah.
Like the life path number, the number 7 for me is so fucking true. Like my nature and how I carry myself, to where I was like, dude, is this a simulation? Like, how's my shit so accurate like this? You know? So I started thinking about my life like that. I was like, damn, like my shit could be like in the books like that. Like,
no, it's
how
like,
can like the number 7 describe me so much? It was so fucking weird, man.
You just needed like a. I always think about like when people get that awakening moment in their life. It's always from like I always see it in situations like, you know what? Every Neo needs a Morpheus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, everybody needs somebody like, hey, look, he's beginning to believe, like, type of shit.
Yeah, that's spirit guide, man.
So something on some level, no matter what it is, somebody needs that little.
Yeah, there's always gonna be like people that comes into your life at the perfect timing and everything, just to give you that one little message, and then they just disappear, and then you wonder, what the fuck was like the reason for that? But then it actually did change your life. Like you took the words from a stranger,
tiny impact,
and it just that little
a ripple
tiny,
effect.
Yeah,
a ripple effect. Just
that's all it took, is that one little impact from that soul that you hired when you were like in the spirit world. Like, all right, Ricardo, you're gonna play this one role, the most important role on 13th Street.
Yeah.
You know, when Chris Unholy, he walks this little path, make sure you tell him this message.
You got to. In fact, spit in his face.
Yeah, and he walks past you and he's like, you ain't shit. You know? That's all he had to say. And then you looking at him like, fuck that. A homeless guy tell me I ain't shit.
And then I'm
like, fuck that.
And then I'm walking down the street, I'm like, you know what? He ain't shit, he's homeless. And then I keep walking, I'm thinking like,
boom, your whole life changed.
But I'm thinking like, what do I need to change in my life though? Like, did he see something that I can't see? Like,
he doesn't even know you. He's
don't even know.
He doesn't know you. He said you ain't shit. And you're like, what the fuck did he see? Did he see my aura, my energy? My energy ain't shit. And then like you spit on him like, fuck that. But then later you think about it.
Like, damn.
Wow,
why would you tell me this? Yeah,
because you reflected on yourself. You're like, damn, man, I haven't been doing shit. How would he even know something like this? And then that's when you're like, fuck that. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna do better.
Oh, me, I'll be like, I gotta find him. I need more questions. Like the guy in the story, he's like, I gotta have a sit down.
Yeah, you go back on your path, whatever path that you made for yourself. Like, think about this. Like, can't keep blaming God for like all these crazy wall stuff, dude.
No, hell no.
Yeah, your 3 kids died in a fire. You can't keep blaming God.
Oh, you gotta take responsibility for some shit. Well, not the 3 kids in the fire, not that, but I mean,
those souls, they came in and came out.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, you just gotta think about it like that. Like, let's say like a soul, right? They just wanted to be alive for like 4 years just to get loving of a family. But he was like, all right, I just gotta take a 4-year class on Earth. Like, to be a kid, to get people to love me and stuff. Cool, I'll take that class. You know, because he already is like, all right, I just got to take this 4-year credit class. And then I'm going to move up to, like, another different dimension.
Yeah.
So he takes the 4-year class, right? And then, you know, the 4th year, the kids get hit by a car. All this shit's all planned out. Like, yo, here's another thing, right? Before you guys want to clock out. Like, they're saying before you die, right? Your soul leaves your body right before you die, so you don't actually experience no pain. Your body is the one that experiences the pain, because it already knows that you're gonna fucking die already. So let's say you're being tortured to death, right? And you're already about to die. Your soul already left your body long time ago.
Clocked out.
Your body is still being punished, but your soul, like your feeling, that shit's gone. Your body's gonna be the one that takes the punishment. You're already dead. It's just like you're in a car accident, right? You're about to get your head chopped off, get cut off by like a 18-wheeler.
Jesus.
Right? That shit was already planned out. Your shit, you're already about to die. Your soul will leave your body before you can feel like the pain of what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah.
Soul eject.
Yeah. Even everything. Like drowning. Yeah, you're drowning. Bloop, 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 bloop. You're drowning. Your soul already left your body already. Yeah. When you suffer, right, when you suffer, that's when you're still gonna be alive. So when you suffer drowning, right? You suffer drowning, but you come back alive. Yeah, you suffer drowning, but you're still alive. But when you're about to die, your soul leaves your body before you feel all the pain of everything.
And that's when your soul's like, I see the light, but then you survive. You're like,
It's
wait.
like your head is about to be chopped off by like some Islam guy. Your head's about to be chopped off. Like the shit is planned. Your soul left your body already, and then you get chopped.
Tenendo says, what about near-death experience? Am I supposed to learn something from it?
Yeah. Man. You know, you guys can have a near-death experience without actually having a near-death experience. And what I can recommend is take a psychedelic. If you guys want to die, well, I know nobody wants to die, but if you want the experience of like what happens when you die, no, I'm being serious right now.
That's hard promotional. Like the way you started, I was like, that's a rough start to it. But I'm with you.
Yeah, like man. Like, if you guys want to experience, like, what it's like, because, like, man, when you take, like, psychedelic, if you do it properly, right, you do die, dude. You see the other side. You see the spirit world. You see everything. And the reason why people come back so positive is because they know what it's like to die and be back in this world living again. So it's like they get that second chance, and then they take life, you know, like,
they realize
they don't take it more serious, but they take it like, man, this is life. Like, we shouldn't take it serious.
Yeah,
like,
don't take it for granted. Like, you know.
Yeah, but still, like, live your life. You know, because you're supposed to be here to learn something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and like the whole psychedelic thing, dude. If you want to see death, dude, take a psychedelic. You'll see death. You see all that shit, and they'll humble you. They'll be like, hey. You see all this shit?
Scared straight.
You see all this shit you did? Yeah. It's almost like you feel like the pain of like a lot of people that you fucked up and shit. You feel all that pain and stuff. You're like, damn. Like, why would you want to do that to somebody else? So you come back into this life, you know, when you wake up from your mushroom trip, your acid trip, whatever trip you're taking, then you started implementing that into your own life. Like, damn, do I want to make anybody feel like this way? Because you felt it already. You know, you felt what it felt like to be treated like the way you treat other people. So you're like, I don't want to treat people like that. So you change like your routine. You change like the way you look at people. You change the way you treat people. You change the way like whoever's reacting a certain way to you, you don't react the same way you would. You're like before, you know. Because you know this whole life, it's like it's almost like it's trying the whole time. It wants you to react.
To like the most.
You don't have to do none of that.
Hey, we're gonna get you to step out of your lane and
it pushes your button like boop. What are you gonna do now?
You're up. Boop boop.
Like yeah, I slap your girl's ass. What are you gonna do now? You know, it's like let me see your reaction. It's like that. You're taking a class.
Choices. It's all about choice.
Yeah. Wild.
It's wild and also at the same time logical. It's all about choice. Sometimes I feel like a lot of times people get caught up in shit and then they drastically want to make moves to make a choice that's going to change their life forever without really taking a step back and thinking about the ramifications of their choice that they made.
Yeah.
Until after the fact.
Like, here's my thing. Like, what I learned from the whole thing. Don't stop nobody's, like, sunshine. If somebody's, like, doing their shit, let them do their shit, dude.
Man, hell yeah.
Don't block their shit. Don't, like, do anything to block anybody else's sunshine, dude. Because all you're doing is you're fucking up your own life path that you don't even know what the fuck you're doing because you're so worried about somebody else's, you know? While somebody else is trying to shine, you're trying to put like a little block right there. Put a little speed bump. Make up some shit about their life to make them think about their own life, you know? Never do stuff like that. Always worry about your own journey and what you can do to help other people out on their journey if you can help them out. Yeah. That's all it is. It's like show compassion, love, empathy. Like,
Yeah, it's all about synergy, man. Like,
yeah,
I told you, the only way we
keep
can
that
make
shit,
this.
keep the energy flowing, man. That positive energy, keep it flowing.
I tell you, like even like it's something as simple as and it's free. You gotta pay no money for this. But if you see somebody wearing a shirt that you like I like that shirt.
Yeah,
I like that shit. Like,
that will boost up, everything.
People don't realize it's the little things sometimes.
It's
the little things.
Tiny little things that you can do, like in your day. Like if you notice like something you like, somebody's wearing something, like let them know. They'd be like, "Fuck! Like I did wear this new thing. I hope somebody noticed.
And
I
they
hope
did.
somebody noticed this." Yep, little things like that, tiny stuff like that can change somebody's whole life, whole outlook on how they see people. Because people nowadays, they see everybody like as like they want something out of something, right?
Yeah, like everybody trying to get their own shit.
Yeah,
or
like
whatever.
they're talking to you like, oh, they must want something else.
Ulterior motive. What they digging?
Oh, they must want these media hijack socks. That's not released yet, you know?
No, yeah.
Yeah. Like a girl's talking to you like, oh, she must want these new socks.
I get it.
Yeah.
I see her angle. Not realizing that, yeah, maybe they just like you for you.
She got that hard cut angle and shit. But yeah, like overall, man, we're all here doing the same thing, trying to become better, trying to make our souls better, like trying to do the best that we can.
Yeah,
you know, we don't come here trying to bring down people's lives because however, like whatever happened in your life affected you so negatively, you want to bring other people down. It's not about that. Think about this as your own life. You're the director of your own life. You put yourself in a lot of these hard situations. Like it could be like you already like, all right, I want to start off in like level negative 35 in the fucking mind jungle, you know, because they want to experience that type of life. So I'm thinking like this whole life thing, it is like how you came into this life with these cards is how you play your cards, because you still have that free will. You still have the cards in your hands, and let's see how you play with it. Because you still can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish in this life, whatever with cards you're playing with. Unless you're in North Korea in a jungle, in a cave, and you're born in a cage.
Oh, that's when you just have no choice.
Yeah, that's when you're born into like...
That one extreme, but yeah.
That's when you come back and be like, hey, let me just be like a North Korean cage monkey, you know? For like an hour, and then you can kill me.
And I'm ready to clock out.
Yeah, that's like that quick mission. Like you can do it in like 30 minutes.
Mm-mm. In and out. Let me squeeze in this little town.
Yeah.
Oh man. So that's it for the story? Was that?
Yep.
This is a spiritual moment of this podcast. Trying to make some moves, I guess.
It's pretty good, right?
No, I enjoyed it, man. I was actually thinking more deep into myself about
So here's like one thing. Like,
yes.
do you think like there's sex like in the spirit world? Because
No.
the lawyer did ask that question. He was like, "Is there sex in the spirit world?"
No, I feel like sex is
And you're right.
yeah, really?
Yeah, because
It doesn't make sense to me why it would exist, because it's just another.
it's like a concept on this earth.
Yeah, this is like
Yeah.
Earth. This is like a human
Man,
concept. It's
Who are you, man?
you know what I'm saying? It's,
You're like just trying.
like I get why we have it and why it exists, but in the grand
Man.
scheme of things, it's like, does it really make sense to? It holds way too. Sex on this planet holds way more weight than it should.
Yeah.
It's,
Man, dude.
in my opinion,
You're in my spirit group. That's real shit.
Let's go again.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're in my spirit group. Yeah, because he was like, no, it's like sex doesn't exist. Like the way like we look at sex like on this planet is completely different from like another dimension, like a different realm. Like the stuff doesn't even make sense for that even to exist. Like the only like thing that they would do like in like a fifth dimension, like that's not even like sex, is where two souls would infuse together just to feel like some type of ecstasy. But then it's like for like a short moment. But I guess that you would call that sex.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, but there's no like physical sex where you're putting like rods into like females or whatever.
Nah.
Like that stuff is like that's like an earthly
It's
realm.
very, I guess, to them,
Yeah.
like that's primitive.
Yeah,
It's
so like the idea like of that, it doesn't even make sense for that to even exist in like a realm like the fifth dimension. So like he was saying like, no, sex doesn't exist like that. Like the most that you can do is just infuse like your soul. Like if you're like what they call that, like a twin flame or whatever. You ever heard the term twin flame?
No.
So like the term twin flame is like when like two souls like on Earth, right? That's already connected, but they're on Earth like separately, and then they come together magically through, I don't know, social media or whatever. However they
Which
find
is
them.
fate or
Yeah,
whatever,
or
maybe?
fate that just put them together. But it's like souls has already been connected. Like let's say it's just one soul, no gender, no nothing. You know, that's just split apart. Doesn't matter, like what it is on Earth and stuff. But that's like the strong soul.
Damn.
There's a lot.
No, it's heavy. There's just a lot of shit to it.
Yeah, I say like everybody take a psychedelic.
The moral of the story is get psyched.
No, like I wouldn't just say like, oh, go eat a mushroom, because it's not that easy. It is not that easy, because you can eat a mushroom and not experience nothing.
It's happened to me first couple times,
And I did it 30 times. I can tell you, like, you can do it so many times to where I question like my own mushrooms. I was like, is this real mushrooms?
Is this good?
Yeah, I was like, is this real? You know, but I did it wrong the whole time. So there's like a wrong way to do it and a right way to do it. There's like a party way to do it where you can do it and you can go to like a club or like a, you know, like a music scene.
Yeah, I've heard people like either like
EDM or whatever.
EDM shit and after, or I've actually heard like going on hikes is another good one.
Yeah, like a micro trip. Maybe?
Yeah, with the micro. Not like some like that.
Yeah,
crap,
but like the shit like the people do like with the EDMs and the party scene, that's wrong. You should never do it like that. That's almost like
I never understood that.
It's so disrespectful, dude.
Just drink and smoke weed and do it. I never understood like.
Don't even like smoke weed or nothing. Like if you do shrooms.
No. I'm talking about like if you go to like EDM event.
Yeah.
To EDM event, like kind of like that's for that, but like shrooms are it's a different.
Shrooms
wave.
is different. It's like it's to me shrooms you shouldn't do it like in the type of environment like that. It's more like a sacred environment. Like it's almost like you go into like a funeral. It's like that. You wouldn't fucking throw like techno music at a funeral. Yeah, like hey,
sorry, grandma.
Turn that fucking shit down.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's not the right time or the place for it.
Shrooms is not for the party stuff. It's not even for like medication or nothing. Shroom is more like, hey, like this is you. You want to find answers? Let's do the shit the right way. You know, let's. Because like the first time when it actually happened to me, I saw myself like in a lobby. I say this all the time. I was in a lobby waiting for my movie to start, you know. I'm sitting there, dun, 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 dun. And then the whole movie starts and I'm in like a fucking I was in a club, but I was like an Aztec club, like an Aztec. Like in Mexico somewhere.
Yeah.
Because they had the drums playing, and I was like, holy shit.
And the colors are like yellow and green and whatever. I pictured in my brain just now of.
Yeah, it's like
Aztec
I was in a club way back then, and they were just pumping the drums and stuff, and that's when the whole journey started. And that changed my whole life. I never look at everything the same again. Like, I look at people, how they live their life and stuff, and then I was like, it's like I know they know, but they don't know. But I know like their soul knows. But I was like, damn, they don't know.
They don't know.
Yeah, it's like their soul wants to know, but they don't know.
What's that old school show on MTV? They think they know, but they don't know. True Life.
The Diary.
No, True Life.
The Diary, Anne Frank.
No. True Life.
True Life.
Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like that. They don't know. Yeah, man. Anything else?
That's about it.
This is a good one, man. This is an Enlightenment episode.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, show love, show compassion, empathy. Like, don't be a hard ass. You know,
Oh,
like
man.
life is not that serious. Like, this is your movie. You are the director. They're watching you. They're watching us. They're watching me, telling you like about the whole shit. Like, we're directors and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't take it serious. Don't. And if you need help, take a psychedelic, but do it correctly.
Have a spirit guide.
Yeah, because you can take a
That's what you got.
psychedelic. You can get high, but you won't hit nothing. You won't hit the real spiritual trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like the whole thing. Like, people, they say, oh, you got to take DMT. Oh, you got to take ayahuasca. Dude, you can get the same trip on a mushroom trip. You don't need to take DMT or ayahuasca. You can get the same results doing a mushroom trip. Mushrooms are like the one from the earth. They're the main one. They make you and they break you. They break you down literally.
It will check you.
Yeah.
You'll come out like, what have I done?
Yeah,
what is my life?
dude.
What do I do next? It happened to me one time. I was like, where do I go from here?
Yeah, dude.
and I was like,
Yeah.
and when I looked at the walls, like, and why is everything so dirty? Like,
Dude.
it's
Man,
makes you hype. It makes you hyper aware.
that shit,
You come out.
it will humble you. Like,
It will.
it will humble you. I don't care like how hardcore you think you are, dude. This shit, it will break down your whole character. Like, what you think your character is, like your ego, whatever, like whatever character you hold in this world or whatever, it'll break all that shit down, and it'll show you your true self, and that's when you break down. That's when you're like, holy shit, like your inner you, the whole time, you know, that's been trapped. That shit starts crying out, and you're like, what the fuck?
I'm free.
Yes,
I'm free.
man, it's a crazy experience. That's why, like, this is one of the things that changes a lot of people's lives. Like, if you look at Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, they did this trip out in like I don't know,
I heard about that shit.
where they did an ayahuasca trip.
Yeah, they're gonna die with each other. From what I heard about this trip.
Yeah,
they're not
and
going anywhere. Maybe.
they did the ayahuasca trip, and they fucking, their souls infused. Like, you can tell, like, whatever happens to them, like, they already know. Like, they've been through so much. They already know, like, the real answers. That's why they don't care no more. They don't care about what the public thinks of them and stuff.
Fuck the world.
Yeah, that's why, like,
And now Travis Barker.
yeah, that's why the shit is like so fucking is so locked, you know? That's like one thing. Like, if you're in a relationship, right, and your shit is like kind of rocky, man, if both of you guys in a relationship take like a mushroom trip to where your souls actually intertwine and you actually see like the truth on both sides and stuff, you guys will respect each other way more. Then you guys can come out with like the real answers, like if you guys want to be in a relationship or not.
Yeah.
Because you guys will actually know like what the fuck the deal is, the whole situation, the whole problem, and everything. Because you saw it on a different level. If you guys don't think that's true, like, it's so crazy because I did that shit myself to where, you know, I was in a position where the other person shouldn't know what the fuck my thoughts were, but she knew my thoughts. And that fucking, it blew my mind. The first thing I thought of was, does science know about this? The first thing I thought of was like, is this science, like, how can science even explain this?
Yeah, for real.
Because whatever the thoughts that was in her head, she said everything that was in my head, and it blew my mind. My mind was like,
how does she know?
Yeah, my mind like,
are you an agent? Who sent you?
Yeah,
who sent you?
It was so crazy, and I was like, damn, you know. And then it brought us like close, like you know, like our soul was like, okay, we respect each other's soul, we understand, and then we know like our souls are gonna be stuck for forever. And I think that if a lot of people like who's having like issues like with their relationship, if they did this stuff, they will understand each other on a different level, and then they would get why they do certain things certain ways, and either they respect them or they'd be like, okay, I gotta clock out. But they'll learn like the deeper meaning behind everything. It's so hard to explain unless you see it and feel it. Because when you feel it and you see it, like imagine seeing somebody, right, that you don't like, but you saw them as a god in a trip, and you're praising that god. You're like, holy shit, you see that person differently. You know, you wouldn't be like, oh shit, I wouldn't disrespect you no more, because you already saw them as a god. You saw them as like somebody where like a million people you saw bow down to them, right? And then look at you, they're like, why are you not bowing down? Why are you not bowing down to this queen?
I've seen you outside of this.
Right? When you see that, you'd be like, holy shit, a million people bow down to this queen. Why are you not doing that?
Yeah.
So you look at yourself like, damn, like, what the fuck? It's like that. Like, this is how crazy the mushroom trip is. I don't know if it's real or whatever, but it shows you like different angles, different aspects of how you see an individual, like their true self. You're not seeing them as like what they present to you in real life. You're seeing them in like a spirit world where their soul has like that. Hey, you want to see whatever? I can show you, because that's their soul is open. But you know, us on this world, boom, we block a lot of shit.
Yeah, you can't really see it.
You play this character. Everybody plays like this character, the cool character, whatever character you want to play and shit. But you play a character, but the real character is the character you see when you take like the psychedelic trip. And then that character allows you to go into their brain. And then you can see everything like, holy shit. You see them at like a level like different and whatever, how they saw them in different lifetime. And then you respect them more. You respect them because you see them in a different level, but not only a different level, but you see them like you, I can't explain it, but like a different aspect to where like you understand why they do things the way they do it, because it stems down to like their past of why they did it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it has to start from somewhere.
Because you always wonder like why you do like weird stuff and stuff, but it always stems down to like your past, how you do it, how you do everything.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hell yeah, no, it's always connected to how people move, and at the end of the day,
wild, right?
Wild, but at the same time, it makes sense. People just don't do shit to do shit. There's always a reason behind it on some level.
Yeah, there's always a reason. Even like when people like they wish like bad stuff on you, or they do stuff bad, like they talk down on your name and stuff.
Yeah,
but like, they don't really know like what's going on with you, but they would make up a lot of stuff on you.
It's kind of like, what's wrong with you to want to do that to somebody? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of. Are you not happy with things?
Yeah, like you start to think like, what is going on with them to where they would make up a lot of stories about your life, and then they would tell other people about that, just to get other people to believe about that. But then you, the whole time, you don't know nothing. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what people is making up. But then you think about the person that's making that shit up, and you wonder, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, some people will go out of their way to
are they real souls, or are they just
bots? Or you know what I'm saying?
They're just bots, like,
bots that you put in there.
Like you think,
you
like,
put this bot in it.
It could be like people in your own family and stuff. Like you would think like, all right, they couldn't be like a bot, right? But maybe they are a bot. They are placed there for like a certain reason, because you never made that type of connection, like emotionally, where you would be like, all right, I would jump in front of a train for you, like you never made that type of emotional connection with this person. But this person is making up all this crazy stuff, and you're like wondering like, hey, like you're in the family, but why are you making up all this crazy shit? Right?
Why are you here? Like, why you're an agent? Someone sent you.
Stuff boggles my mind, man. It's so crazy.
All right, we just gotta learn how to navigate through it, though.
So what we gotta do, like,
as people?
It's crazy how you're in my soul group. Out of 15 people, you might be one of them.
I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I'm in your group too, dude.
Hell yeah. But I don't know. I feel like with stuff like that, when I feel like with stuff like that, where even if it's a family member that's like this or whatever, especially if somebody's supposed to be close to you, I always kind of feel like you just need to back away and just like maybe they'll come around. If not, then if they do, then whatever. But I don't feel like it's worth sacrificing your happiness if someone is trying to like always want to. Maybe this is an obstacle that, like we talked about before, that maybe outside of this that you placed in your way on purpose, but I don't feel like these obstacles placed in our ways. Just get through it and get past it, and don't hold on to it too much. I know it's easier said than done, but this is how I'm doing things in my life right now. It's kind of like, man, what the fuck? Like you've always been this way. I'm seeing it. I'm kind of like, I'm not going around you. I'm jumping over you at this point. Like I'm done dealing with this stuff, and if you come back around, I'll always be here for you or whatever. But at the same time, it's kind of like, I'm not gonna burn myself out over what you're doing or what you're plotting or whatever grand scheme you think you're doing. I'm on shit to do. Like I'm on life to live. Don't let nobody slow you down.
Yeah.
If anybody slows you down, run them over. Even if you're a spiritual guy that's trying to do some kind of test, or maybe you're doing a test for yourself, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's
yeah. Yeah, if you know something that's like it's just toxic, and then you just have to get that out of your life, you guys just drive right around it, right, guys?
Okay.
Earth class, the hardest class in the universe.
Right here.
They're like, hey, you're taking Earth class?
We're the hardest class that we know.
Good luck. Good luck. I was there for 2,000 years. Fuck man. That class.
Oh man, I was back there back when they was building pyramids. Ooh, I remember that time. That was
yeah, but the weird thing that's what's happening right now is whatever people on Earth is doing right now, they're trying to gap that spirit world within this world. They're trying to gap it so bad, dude. They've been trying with the Hadron Collider and shit, trying to gap the spirit world within our world right now. So there's a lot of messy stuff that's going on right now. It's New Jersey, let's go. Yeah, episode 100.
What's up, though? What's up? I'm about to hop off. I gotta get a pee so bad.
Yeah, we're about to end this episode.
Yes, dude. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Stu.
Oh, damn, we're good. We're like at 3 hours.
Easily.
All right, guys. I thank everybody for joining us for this episode 100.
Yes.
It was fun, right?
I catch you on VOD. Hell yeah, it's gonna be on VOD, Stu. Thank you.
The homeless guy that happens to be like the most special spiritual guide.
A possible prophet, maybe?
Not a prophet, but a spirit guide.
Oh yeah, or
dude,
your personal prophet. I was thinking, what was it?
Everybody, all of you guys all have a spirit guide. Like, trust me on this one. Like, if you believe anybody else, believe my word. Like, everybody has a spirit guide. They're watching everything you do. Like, that's like real shit. I know it sounds creepy, but they know everything you guys do. And I have a story about that. I can't tell it, but with my story, it validates like how they know everything. Because they mashed it up with somebody else's reality and shit. And then that blew my head. I was like, okay, you guys do know everything. So everybody here, you guys all got a spirit guide. And they're just trying to put you guys on the right path. If you guys see signs and stuff, like whatever sign, like you think like you should take that sign. Like, because they're just trying to guide you into that life that you're supposed to live. According to what you plan. Because you plan your whole life on this earth. Like, you're the soul. The soul plans the life. They put you in this body. And all the guys are spirit guides. Your spirit guide guides you to make sure you do your life properly. Make sure you don't go, like, off the path. But here's one thing. If you go off the path too far, they can end it, like, anytime. Like
pull the plug.
Yeah, let's say like you end up in North Korea, like the path. Like, hey, nobody told you to fight North Korea. Why the fuck you go up there?
Why are you over here?
Yeah, that's like an extreme example. But if your if your life path like stretches that far, you know they can end it because you know that you can live this life over again and you can try again. That doesn't mean you guys should commit suicide.
No,
that's why I didn't want to talk about that like on this episode because no, you guys don't want to do that.
And we won't talk about it.
Because like with my job, like I'm working, I seen like over 10 suicides that happened, and like the 5th suicide, like it started affecting me, and I didn't want to have that affect me like with my job, and then coming home and I'm like fuck, like I would go home, I would sleep, I would think about suicide. I was like damn, fucked in my head, dude.
No,
but
for sure.
like,
I don't say that's normal for like the fuck with your head. It ain't nothing weird about that. It will.
Yeah, because it's like people that I saw, like, I'm just gonna say it. Like the CEO of my company was the one that committed suicide. I know this dude. I spoke to him and everything, and this guy like, committed suicide, like at like one of my stations.
You never know what people. A CEO. You never know what people.
A CEO, and I was like, damn, that's fucking crazy. But yeah, don't commit suicide. You just don't know. You guys might get in trouble. You guys might be locked out here for a long time. Like, you know about the Stanley Hotel? Like the one with the...
Yeah. No,
it still exists.
I've been there. Stanley Hotel?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Colorado. I've been there.
It's in Colorado?
Yeah, Stanley Hotel? Or the... It's called something else.
The Shining?
Yeah, but I've been to that hotel. I've been there. I lost some Ray-Bans there. Like, dude. Right before I left Colorado, that was the last trip I took outside. Like, I wanted to take this trip because my friend was like, you don't ever go anywhere. All you do is sit at home. I'm like, all right, well, let's go. I was like,
you're like, let's go to the Stanley Hotel.
No, she's like, we're going to, well, it's not called Stanley Hotel. It's another, she called it the area of that where it's at. I can't think of the name of it right now. But I was like, she told me the name, like, we need to go to Etcher's Park or something. I can't remember the name of it. And I was like, the Shining Hotel?
Yeah, the Shining Hotel.
And she's like, yes, we're going to go. And then we went there. we legit went there because it's like up there in the mountains, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, when you go there, it's the mountains. You got to drive up the mountains.
That's crazy.
It's in the mountains. And when we got there, me and like some of like other friends of ours, we took pictures together. But I took off my Ray-Bans, I put it down, took a picture, and then when I looked down, it was gone.
Whoa!
Them Ray-Bans cost $250, and I was so pissed.
They stole it.
I'm a normal man. $250 for glasses is a lot, and I was upset.
Dude, that's a lot for anybody.
But then we went walking around through the mountains and all that. But I never walked to the hotel. But I remember like a year later, she walked to the hotel with like, she's like, hey, I'm just walking to the hotel. They're like, anybody just walk through it? I'm on camera phone. I want you to be with me. I was like, no, hang up. I was like, I don't want to be here, bro. Like, no. But no, it's a legit spot. It's really haunted, though.
Tenendo says, it's happy beautiful. 100 episode.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tenendo.
Yo, appreciate it, bro.
Yo, it's so crazy. Like, I will look back at our old video clips. Dude, Tenendo was there, like, when we were, like, streaming on Facebook.
Dude, oh my god! Oh damn! That far back, Tenendo?
He was there like way back. Then.
Oh my god!
Because I was like looking on the old clips, like, holy shit! Tenendo's here the whole time.
Was that with Vince?
Yeah,
there?
Vince was there.
Oh my god!
Yo,
we used to have a third. We used to have a third co-host. Way.
Tenendo was
way
fucking day one, man.
Holy shit!
Like we owe him so much, dude.
Shout out to you, Tenendo. I did not know that.
So we gotta go.
I did not know that.
He lives in Oklahoma. Now we gotta go over there.
Got to bring Oklahoma here, or we go to Oklahoma.
No, we're gonna go over there.
Okay, let's do
it.
Yeah,
we're gonna make it convenient for him. You know, right when he get off of work and shit.
Surprise! Who's this black dude in my house?
Yeah.
At first reaction,
we're gonna kidnap him. You know, put him in like a fucking sterilized tank.
Holy shit! Yo, shout out to you, Tenendo. I did not know it was that far back. Oh man, Oh man, that was like two podcasts ago. Dude, that was way back.
Hey, we might have to go there, man.
That was way back.
One time, we gotta go there. We gotta go. You know, Jeremy, he used to live out there, so fuck that. We kidnap Jeremy, and then we all go over there to Oklahoma.
Why we gotta do all that? Tenendo just said, I don't mind coming there. We can skip all that. He said he'll come in.
No. And then he did come out here like a few times. Yeah. We have a lot of pictures. Like he came out here, like we party or whatever. Yeah. But
we got system.
We want to make it convenient. We want to.
We ain't got kidnap nobody.
We're gonna go over there to his town.
Whatever works. Whatever's cheapest for everybody.
Don't they got like peyote? Like peyote is like legal over there.
I always thought that was like near like more Nevada type level shit, like Colorado mountain area shit. I might be wrong. I don't know nothing.
But yeah, dude, all like the people that we're close with, if they all took like a mushroom trip or a DMT trip, you know how close we would become?
No.
We would be like locked like a puzzle, dude.
So I can hear his thoughts.
And then we'd be like, oh, this is my spirit group. This is my people. This is... Because you can be like whatever you want to be. Like so open, whatever. You don't care about shit. You know, whatever, like your defects that you think. Like, oh, I don't like this because my dick is too big, you know? But then you go in the group like, hey, we don't care about your big dick.
Look, that doesn't matter.
Come in here.
That means nothing.
Oh, big dick ass.
Oh, big dick energy ass. Get in here.
Get in here. Like,
Hey guys, he's on that earth shit.
Oh, my eyes. Yeah.
He's on that earth shit.
But yeah. We're going to end this episode number 100.
Hell yeah. Oh, let's
fucking shit. Damn.
What do we do next?
I'm like speechless. Like,
I was thinking about this earlier when I was driving over here. I was thinking about the very first episode up to 100, and I put on my Ray-Bans while I was driving because I was about to cry. I was like, I've changed so much since the first episode. I was like, I've learned and grew so much. I used to be fucking hard-headed and want to like fight the man and fuck the system.
Yeah.
And then I realized, like, you know what? It's bigger than this.
Yeah. It's almost bigger. Like, man, like, would you like, cause like I came down like to like this thing to where like, man, do you always want to be right, or would you rather be loved but be wrong?
I'll learn. Yeah.
Or I was like, I came to the point where like I rather just listen, you know, to like other people's like opinions and stuff, but I would never judge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because before I would have like a strong stance against anything that I would believe in.
I just be like that.
You know, but now I was like, well, like, is it even worth all that shit?
Because I could be wrong about all this.
Yeah, because because you don't even know. Because I'd rather like, hey, let you guys speak, you know, and I listen, and then that's it.
At the end of the day, nobody knows. Nobody doesn't know anything.
Nobody really knows.
Nobody really doesn't know shit. Like
yeah.
the grand scheme of things, like most people don't know the bigger picture.
Right. You can be close to it.
Very close.
Yeah.
Maybe dance around outside of it, but you know.
I feel like I'm close to it, but even if I say it, nobody would believe it. But I feel close to it.
Yeah.
But what am I?
What am I do? What am I do?
I can't convince nobody. Stu Jersey. All right, about to clock out.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Thank you guys, everybody, for joining us for this episode 100.
Hundo, we did it. Cheers.
Damn.
This is cheers.
Wait, we came a long way.
Hell yeah.
We love everybody here in the chat. Everybody, Stu, Tenendo, Shell Shock, Jeremy, Bob.
Hell yeah.
Who else?
Everyone has listened outside of this live. I'm pretty sure it's more than that. Around the world.
Yeah.
People who I'll never meet.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Yeah, everybody, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, all these countries that like, I know we don't get in touch with you guys, but I know you guys listen to us. But if you guys are listening to us, we really appreciate you guys. And
thanks, guys. Love you.
We just got to spread this. Spread the love.
Some like mayo. Spread this love like mayo on some bread.
Because like they look at us, right? They like 100. They did 100 episodes, but like the numbers don't really reflect like, like.
I mean, I know how happens because I remember like I probably just how many people remember like Joe Rogan's 100th episode?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody.
There you go.
They don't nobody know that shit.
It's the way. It's the way you like.
It takes on
your views and how you.
100's cute. Yeah. Hit 1,000. Like, that's the max. Hit 1,000 and get a contract. Yeah. Like
there it is. Yeah, dude. Perfect.
It's all this.
Perfect attitude. The perfect everything is. I love it, man.
Like this.
Like water. It's like infused with oil together.
That's a bad combination.
It is bad. It's hard. It's hard, but it can work.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. Peace out. Adios. The next time we're gonna do these balloons again is on episode 200. So I'm gonna save these 2 zeros. I'm gonna put that in the closet.
You gonna deflate them?
No, I'm just gonna leave them. See how long they last.
I don't know why that made me laugh.
Yeah, it might last for a while.
I'm gonna keep these up for 2 more years and see what happens.
I had no idea balloons were expensive.
Yeah, man. I think it's more. I think you pay for the air more than anything else.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if that's true or not.
The helium,
but I always feel like the air was probably the.
Yeah, it is.
Helium is a man-made thing.
Because I heard that helium was actually like degrading. Like is actually like scarce now.
Yeah, it's. I used to suck on helium when I was a kid.
Like a shortage?
Yeah. It's real shit. Them tanker, like, my mom used to buy tankers of, like, or the company she used to work for used to buy tankers of helium to fill up balloons and stuff for, like, her job. Them tankers were expensive as shit, bro. Yeah. That shit is, like, not cheap.
Yeah.
That's real money. All right.
All right, guys. We'll catch you guys next week on Tuesday.
Hell yeah.
Peace out. Adios.
Love you guys.